Tonight, we check out this week's flight sim news, a P-47D, Lelystad Airport, Aberdeen Airport, and an update for the F-5E. Hello, everybody, happy Wednesday. Welcome to the middle of the week, the midweek shuffle, the let's get over the hump day, as we can kind of just sort of see the weekend appearing on by yonder horizon, and well, you're very welcome in. Day 3. Jesus, we've streamed every day so far. God almighty. But you're very welcome in. Tonight, of course, we're going to bring you up to date with all the news and headlines in our beloved hobby of flight simulation. We're also going to be checking out Aeroplane Heavens. It's better. Well, it's a P-47D. We're also checking out a brand new airport, that of Lelystad by Papa Hotel, and this, of course, being the home, the virtual home as well, of FS Weekend. Then, UK 2000, well, they've released a brand new scenery for Aberdeen in Scotland, and SC Designs, with the help of DC Designs, well, they've provided a comprehensive update for the F-5E Tiger 2. And we did show off the F5 already, but I thought the owl update, it's a fairly worthwhile one, right? Fairly worthwhile, so we're going to check it out. So I hope you're all keeping well. How's your week going? We did a sneaky flight last night, general aviation, in the Grob Tutor. It was very nice, right? It was beautiful. And what else now do we do today? There's a bit of news. It's not mad. We're kind of like the breath before the sudden jump, you know, the calm before the storm, because, well, there's stuff happening. A lot of aircraft are like just waiting at the gate to get going, and well, it's probably all tied in with where Microsoft and Asobo are at with their upcoming Sim Update 15. We're waiting for the thing to happen, so it'll be interesting to see kind of how it gets on. Do you know? So, well, the breath before the bungee, yeah, that'll work as well. Bungee. Do you ever do a bungee jump? I can't highly recommend it at all. No, you'd feel odd and weird after it. Like, I only tried it once now, mind you. But sure, listen, it'll be grand, right? I've done stupid things. But anyway, who's here? Look, Super Typhon rumbles in. He says, "Oh look, it's he who was once orange from nearly 4 years past." Welcome in. Great to see you, man. Spitfire RAF 100 is in the chat. Sean Dale is here. You're very welcome aboard. Viper Strike is here. He flew the 146 across Alaska. Nice, Viper. Great airplane. Mr. Zed Rider, he says, "A very good evening to you. It must be time for the news." Indeed it is. Bell Bro is here. He says, "What news today? New glasses? Skoda? Crocs, perhaps? Did I get... Oh, I got something new! Right, now, friends, what we're looking at here... I'm going to be bringing this merchandise with me. There's other stuff coming as well. There's stuff I'm bringing to Flight Sim Expo, you see. So if you see me at Flight Sim Expo, well, you'll see these. My plan is to put them on every single door in the hotel. But don't tell anyone, right? But they're door hook thingies. I thought they're brilliant, right? And, well, I'll be doing giveaways for these at some stage as well. They're very handy, right? It says, enter, all is well in the realm. And then if you need to keep the people out... No entry. There's stuff happening. Right, brilliant. Who'd have thought? I mean, come on. That's what you call, what's the word? Creative merchandise. Brilliant, right? The next one I'm going to do is clothes pegs for your underpants to hide, put them on the washing line. But you think of the small things so you don't have to. Do you know what I mean? But anyway, where was I? I was over here, look. Yes, Buttons Murph. Ah, yes. We like this song. Written, of course, by... Oh, do you know what I got today? So I got a call from unknown caller, right? Or no caller ID. So I answered the phone. Hello? And this kind of weird voice came on. Your Revolut account has made a purchase for $79. To speak to a customer agent, press 1. Ah, brilliant, I said. Press 1. And of course, you're put through to some fella out very far, right? I mean, I was getting a suntan listening to his accent. But anyway, he goes, yes, can I have your full name, please? Yes, I said, Benjamin McCarthy. And Benjamin McCarthy, yeah. He said, and what can I help you with? I said, well, I have terrible news. I just received a call that my Revolut has had this charge of, nearly €80. I don't know what to do. That's quite okay, he says. Taking me through. We just need your details. I said, yes. So he asked me for an address, which I gave him. I said, side of the road, Ireland. I move around a lot. Sorry, sir? I said, I move around a lot. No fixed abode. Then there's silence on the phone. And then I said, what's Revolut anyway? Are we doing the revolution? Have you got the lads ready? Are we going now, like? And then he hung up the phone. Like, there's people who devote their entire career to scammers. How Irish people get scammed, I'll never know, because we're pure tick. We don't believe anything. You could literally tell us, anything. And we'd be, are you sure though? They landed on the moon back in 1969. Were you there? I mean, were you actually there? Did you see them? Did you stand on the moon with them? No, but, well, did it happen? Right? Now, of course, we believe things as well. We're not all mad, but we are. But, we believe other things, brush twice a day, and a pint of Guinness is good for you, and all. Remember they used to give you Lucozade? People used to give you Lucozade in the hospital. Drink that. It's full of sugar and glucose. It'll make you go nuts. Yes, one please. Brilliant, right? And that's how kind of things worked. And they still work here in Ireland. But yeah, I thought it was hilarious. A scammer tried to... Brilliant. The last time one of those rang, I told him that I was just about to... Well, I won't get into it now, right? But that conversation ended abruptly as well. Do you know? Spinach makes you grow strong. Right, that's one as well. Or eat carrots. You'll see better in the dark. Yeah, because what comes out of you will glow in the dark, right? A high intake of carrots. It's not good for you. Do you know? Turns things terribly orange. But anyway, that's kind of where we're at. What else did I do today? There's a weird sound coming out of the scope. Now, before we all start getting excited, there's a bit of a weird sound coming out of the Skoda since it got its new alternator, right? It's not bad or anything, but it kind of sounds like it's going to have the crack a bit. Do you know? It's going to hit me sometime and just go, no, I'm not doing the thing. So yeah, how do you fix? It's not like a squeak or anything. It's just there. Now on the plus side, when I turn on the air conditioning, a rare treat in Ireland, when you turn on the air conditioning before, if I left the car engine run on idle and you turn on the aircon, well then, you'd hear kind of rattling and rolling and squeaking. Not terribly loud, mind you, but it was there. With the new alternator, you don't. It doesn't make any sound, you have aircon. Murph, does the sound come and go? Yes, it does. It's alternating. But no, it's there the whole time. And the revs are ever so slightly higher. There's one now for you mechanically minded people. The alternator is working. I mean, it is recharging the battery, right? But the revs, the idle RPMs are ever so slightly higher. Maybe by like, I don't know, 100 RPM or 500 RPM. Not quite the 1,000, do you know? What else did it? That's about it now, right? That's enough about me, right? A day in the life. What did you do today? Any news, lads? Where was I? I was over here, look. We'll stay going. Tell me your news. We need to know these things. A stick figure walks in saying, greetings, Fireflies. Welcome in, man. Right now, Shuffle Shoes shuffles in. AJH John, happy Wednesday. Fierce Wolf rambles into the chat. He's looking fierce. Dan Wolfie, great to see you, man. Lead Ballooner is here. Airlock Doc. My word, 24 months he has subscribed to the channel. Thank you very, very much indeed. He says, Hump Day Antics, 24-month Annie as well. I wonder if this means I get a discount on Crocs now. Yes. Use the discount code of BJanie then for an instant 5% off all Crocs. I just tell them Murph sent you. I work with Crocs. I'm a secret ambassador to Crocs, you know. Could you imagine? That could be a great sponsorship, you know. Sometimes they're all I wear. Anyway, onboard simulations, good to see you. Great, welcome in. Jan Race is here, 31 months. My God, he says, oh my. No, he doesn't. He says, oh, doesn't time fly? Thank you very, very much indeed, my guy. Hope you're well. Corn Wolf, good evening. Sticky Rice, how are things, man? Nightsep says, once upon a time there was a hump. Then it... Story time, right? Once upon a time there was a hump. Then a two-toned Murph came crocking along, hit his toes on the hump and thought, this is new. Ever since then, Hump Day is News Day. God almighty, we need like a soundtrack to that or something. You know, pictures. It's like one of those fairy tales or something, isn't it? Anyway. Right, there's buttons being pressed and some got deleted. Cold Nebo, your message got deleted. I don't know, the bot isn't training. But yes, Halric is here. He says, a very good top of the week to all you Fireflies and non-Fireflies. It's time to let Murphy out of his cage. Thanks. Welcome in, welcome in. Toto is in the house. Good to see you, man. Cold Nebo, 31 months. Thank you very, very much indeed, my guys. Great to see everyone. Wayne and Jutani, login servers in EU are behaving strangely. Really? Interesting. I didn't have any issues, but it doesn't surprise me. You know, Chalks is here. Tier 1 for 23 months, Chalks. Thank you very, very much indeed, my guy. Hope you're keeping well. Goblin Zeus, good evening. Hope you're well. Old Veteran 965 rambles in. He says, howdy y'all, and happy hump day to y'all. You have to get the y'all. Do you know what? I learned that now. I've been to Texas, you know, I got the stamp. Y'all. You say y'all in Ireland and people are like, yeah, it's down there by Dungarvan. No, y'all, as in you lot. We've a place in Ireland called y'all. Very confusing. Bill Barrett is here. Good to see you, Bill. Lenny Brooks, welcome aboard. Hydra Wallets, right. Akula, good to see you. Liptorius is in the chat. Sterling, you're very welcome aboard. Speaking of the F5s, the Swiss just sold a bunch to the US for the Marines and Navy to add them to their aggressor squadrons. Huh? As in they sold the old F5s, but didn't they come from America in the first place? Brilliant. Muse fan bursts in the door. He says, how he is, you lunatics. Happy hump day. Great to see you, Muse. How are you, man? Hemmingbird is here. If anyone's bored, I invented a new game called Silent Tennis. It's the same as regular tennis, but without the racket. That's very good. Well done, you. She's on fire, though, in fairness, isn't she? Bit of tunage here now, lads. That was a good one, Hemmingbird. Do you know, this is the sort of music that it puts you in the mood. You know what I mean? Don't know what the mood is for, mind you. Could be for cleaning the house. Doing your yoga. I don't know what it's for, but it'll put you in the mood for something. Great bit of tunage. Jamaumo, you're welcome in. Vince C is in the house. Welcome aboard. Now, Lenny Brooks is like, damn, Aberdeen. I haven't got that one. So there was an Aberdeen release not so long ago that we checked out, but we'll check out this one from UK 2000. Do you know? She's on the ball today. She is. Mick Ham, good to see you. Welcome aboard. Me chat thingy's moving slow. Robert JF56 is here. Welcome in. Now, let me see. Levis Nessie Monster. Hello, hello. The lovely Kaharia has rambled in. She says, I'm Murphiest Murph. Good evening, yous bunch of legends. Hello, Kaharia. I hope you're well. Galaxy Man is in the house. Good to see you. Happy Wednesday, dude. Hope you're well. Sunjammer, how's the ego after the fixing work? Listen, totally fine. It's grand, right? Not great. Terribly bad. In fact, I nearly cried. Right? Brilliant. Now, you'd think that the man cave was cold. How could it be with all those heat machines? It's not that cold in here. I do have an air conditioning unit. It lives over here, look. Well, you can't... It lives over here, look. Oh, that's the fridge. It lives there. That's the aircon. It's very loud when I turn it on. And that pipe on the wall, that gives it all sorts of... Right. Whoa! I wonder how tight that is. Well, we'll find out in the summertime. Tune back in the summertime. It'll be on a Wednesday between 8 and 7. Right, now, where's this? We're catching up. Jesus. Where are we at? Oh, we're over here. There's buttons. Soaring AJ, good to see you, man. I lost myself there for a moment. Two Cats is in the chat. He says, oh, Lelystad. I wonder if you can see me work. Or see your job or see your work.
Hello there.
Two Cats, you don't work. Come on, man. You're like me. We get blisters from pointing at things. You know, do this next. You should do that after you do. You know, that's what we do. It's great to see you, man. Right, now where are we? We're over here. Murph no uses Connery. What? Murphy no uses Connery speak. Sneaky. Yes, we snuck in with a stream last night. That's very loud still. Right, I'm very shy if the topic is about Airplane Heaven because beautiful isn't enough to me. But I would hope they start to do better than before because their airplanes are really nice. Well, we'll be checking it out. I'd love one of those to hang off me Chocks. Chocks, is that why the bot kind of said, whoop? Right, moving on swiftly and abruptly. Old Venom says somewhere, what is... Oh no, is that for the missus... Or is that what the missus uses when she's upset with you for staying up late? No, she uses usually, you know, a stick or like a frying pan. You know, I told you to keep the thing down. But anyway, right now, he still has 200 beer mats from last year. He couldn't give them away. Shut up, Muse, will you? Who asked you? I don't. Would you believe it, Muse? I've 2 left. And here's one of them. And it's on my shoulder. It's mine. Well, I've... Okay, that's a blatant lie. I've maybe a few of them left. But I got about 200 of these.
That's a big 10-4, good buddy.
200 always seems like a good quantity of something to buy. Do you know what I mean? I said, oh yeah, I'll buy about 200 of them now, you know. And there's other stuff coming. I got new lanyards as well. You'll need to see me over at Flight Expo. I'll be giving them away. Well, I'll be putting them on doors, wrecking the heads of everyone. They'll be like, who is this Aegis? Right? And, you know what I mean? It'd be grand though, it'd be totally fine. Right, now we're over here. Big Carlo, good to see you. Victorious, see you at Expo. Nice. What's next? Stickers for your car? Yes, probably. Yes, absolutely. Sub 30 or sub 42. Could you get any more buttons or gadgets on your desk? Yes. Well, there's not actually. It looks worse than it. Well, it doesn't. There's 4 Stream Decks. That's a touch screen. Look. Ew! Did you ever see that screen before? It's a touchy-feely screen. Not science. And it does other kind of stuff. I don't know. It keeps growing. But yes, now where are we? We're over here. Be careful. It might be it probably was. Yes, under the rainbow. Right, under the rainbow. Right now, Zybok Doc calling from Denmark. Hello from Tipperary. I hope you're keeping very well. P.S. Mirandai is in the chat. Hello there. It's good to see you, man. Right, now, let me see. Did you know Murphy can fly? Actually, I can fall as well. Right, now, where are we? That's the way to do it. Yes. Much wavage. Oh, you're talking to yourselves. Brilliant. For those wondering, thick in Ireland also means stubborn. Yeah, pure thick. The most stubborn, you know. It's raining outside. No, it's not. No, it is raining. No, it's not. So's your face. Huh? Tick, do you know? Right now, Dougal McTavish, the chairman, rambles in. Eat stew, Murph. It's good for you, mate. No! And I wouldn't mind. HelloFresh, as we use HelloFresh. And Mrs. Two-Tone got a chicken stew. This is not the first time she's attempted to prepare the chicken stew. And she says, we're going to have stew tonight. Like it was some sort of a nice thing to say to me, you know? A nice thing to say to me is, you know, we're going to the movies, or, you know, here's a steak, right? Or I got you beer or something. We're going to have stew.
Come on, you're going a bit mad there.
We're going to have stew tonight. And I'm just like, great. That's really great. Now, Alison Johnson is here. Hello, Ali. Ali's flying at the moment, by the way. This is kind of like a duel, kind of a right. Do you know? If you can't see me instantly, the production value of the stream has increased. Hello there. If you're just listening to my voice, I have to be careful because this thing makes noises. But if I get down very low and the voice, right? Do you know? It's very good for the radio. Easy listening is what we should call it, as opposed to difficult listening. Right, Foreign Access here. It's good to see you, man. Now, that was a good joke. Come on, that was very good. Canoe Head, he says, what did you eat before getting into the Skoda? No, it wasn't me squeaking, but I had, do you know what I had now? I had a roll today, a chicken roll, right? A hot chicken roll, chicken fillet roll. And it contained the mayonnaise with egg.
Go and swing it, baby.
Jesus, there's buttons pressing. All right, it was a bit of cheese, bit of egg mayonnaise, and a southern fried chicken fillet, and it tasted as good as it sounds. Right, beautiful. Alison Johnson, you mad devil, she just pressed a button and made things happen. 10 gifted tier 1 subs. Ali, thank you very, very much indeed. And for everyone who has just received a gifted tier 1 sub, do be sure to thank the lovely Alison Johnson for all the support. Really do appreciate it, Ali. Thank you very much indeed. God almighty, this has been a mad month, isn't it? Isn't it though? Do you know? But right now, Captain Gaiman is here. I'm here. What's wrong? Captain Gaiman, I got a new alternator that isn't new, but it's squeaking. It's making noises. They're not terribly bad, you know, but it's, you know, it's not 100%, and my RPMage is slightly higher than normal, but only ever so slightly, you know.
60% of the time, it works.
Every time. Also, great to see you, Captain Gaming. Hope you're well. Bossman Gaming is in the house. You guys should meet up. Welcome in, welcome in. Now, where are we at? Hangar Studio 713. So what you're saying is you're firing on all pistons today. That's right. What was the numbers? I should know this. I had a Ford. Oh no, I didn't. I had a Volkswagen Polo, right? And the timing belt went as I drove it. And again, mechanics know the crack there, right? The pistons came up, buried the valves out of it.
10-4, good buddy.
And it was like the very first time I had a PC. I was about 6 or 7 years of age, maybe I was 8, and I broke it because I thought I'll free up all of these files that shouldn't be needed. So they're in a folder called Windows. What the hell is Windows? Delete. Dad, I'm after breaking the computer. I'm not buying another one. You may learn how to fix it. And that's what taught me buttons. See, there's always a reason behind it, lads. Right now, change your air filter. Huh? The air filter for the alternator? No. What, really? Don't be telling me to. I'll go to my mechanic and say, yeah, you need to change the air filter. Why is that? Because the indicator light is flashing when I move that switch. Right? Brilliant. 8 Barley, 36 months. Thank you very, very much indeed. Where did that time go is right. Madness, man. Madness. Right now, let me see. We added Murph Fact 2 to my chat commands in honour of the legendary fixage of Rat. Yes! Thank you very much. So anyone who was having an issue with the Rat on the, not the actual Rat, the Ram Air turbine on the Phoenix, well, there's a way to fix it if it deploys in slew mode, right? And you have to go into your MacDo, menu, maintenance, press the clear button, CLR, and then press on the Ram Air turbine. And it gets rid of it. Know some stuff, right? You know, not just a hat rack. But yes, y'all is in Cork, you big idiot. It's near Dungarvan. It depends what way you're going to it from. If you're in Dungarvan heading towards Cork, you go through y'all. If you're in Cork heading towards Dungarvan, you go through y'all. Right? Y'all. Or Yochel. But anyway, where are we at? We're over here. Sterling says, Sim was getting hung up on the update check earlier. I don't know. They could be having server issues. Kozaki Flyer is here. Welcome in. He says, why is being a pirate so great? Because once you lose a hand, you're hooked. Brilliant. Brilliant. Right now, Larger Life, good to see you, man. Yeah, good old blues, right? Steve Ellis is here. Welcome aboard. Perfect music for here. Goes with the rainy day that we are having. Love listening to the pitter-patter of rain on the roof. Yes, it's very nice. Airlock says, Murph, Skoda has a wing on the back. It's not for aerodynamics. It's so he doesn't have to bend over so far when he has to push it. It's mounted at the perfect height, like a trolley handle at Tesco. Thanks, Airlock. Brilliant. Right. Wombat 49 is in the house. Good to see you, man. Two Cats is like, I play with planes. I get to taxi them back and forth to maintenance. My work is on apron E1. No way. Awesome. Just had the fright of me life. I accidentally clicked on Murph's YouTube channel and seeing him on 4K is not for the faint-hearted. Glorious 4K. There's nothing wrong with it. You know, good-looking fellas. Right? Jesus, I need to remember that's not a spring-loaded button. It'll stay there forever. Right? You know, I need to learn how to press that. Anyway, it's all supposed to be about, flight simulation and news. And here I am talking about anything both. So we'll get into that now in a second. Ryan, be careful. Not all things here react to Crocs. Right? Speed Nut, 3 years, man. God almighty. Thank you very much indeed. Great to see you. Now, let me see. I have one on my stand next to my recliner. Oh, nice. It's a lot of doorknobs, right? Looks like you have some prizes for giveaways. Indeed, and I do. 200 is the minimum order. It's actually not, funny enough. I just thought it was a good number. Because before, 200 diamonds, right? Breaking news, Viper Strike. Would you get out of that garden, will you? Magnets for the car. You want to be able to take them off depending on the neighbourhood you're in. Or what neighbours you have around at your house, Stickers to hold the Skoda together. 4 Stream Decks Kaharia, yeah. Well, this one here controls this kind of stuff, right? And then I've one over, I don't know what the other one does. Then I've music on one of them, and then the other one, I don't know what the other one does. It does stuff whenever they need. Oh, where's that button? Oh, there it is. It makes total sense. Now, where are we at? Damn it, Jim is here. Good to see you. He says, Murph, did you hear about the cheesemaker shop in France that exploded? All that was left was debris. Jesus. Are you putting some lanyards on your store? Toto, I'm not sure. They're a devil to ship. Lanyards. Who'd have thought, right? But it is like stew, but we eat chili. Chili's nicer, but still, yeah. Feed you. I'm picturing you in an adult-sized high chair now, like some sort of Harry Enfield sketch. Brilliant Muse fan. I love that. Don't bother using beef stew as a password. It's not strong enough. Oh, this is brilliant. Set your reverb to 300. Brilliant. Right. Now, where are we at? We're over here. Twarog. Good to see you, man. Now, Alison, you're absolutely brilliant. Thank you very, very much indeed. We really need to make a voice for David Attenborough to make announcements here. Scott, there is one. Scroll downwards on Twitch and you'll find a little page. And on the page, you'll see David Attenborough. And if you type, it'll cost you bits now, be careful. If you press on the button, type in a message and David Attenborough will jump on the airwaves. And here in the thing is the oak. Konga's good to see you. Or Kongs. Microsoft Flight Sim News, or 24 News when? June, we reckon. As in June, they're going to announce the release date. Right? That's what we've heard. I had a mint polo. Does that count? Of course that counts.
Welcome to my secret underground
layer. Polos always help. Yes. Now, we're Jesus, we're through the chat nearly. Hey, Murph220, or as I like to say, Murfella, good to see you, man. Buttons that do stuff are the best sort of buttons. I totally agree. See, only another Murphy would get that. Do you know? They're important. Utah 200 was good. There are going to be well over 1,000 folks there planning, and you say you work in logistics. I do work in logistics, and I'm thinking, what? Scott, they're heavy. Well, they're not heavy, but you get enough of them and they're heavy. I'm trying to think, what else can these double up as? Mobile ironing board, perhaps, right? If I made them shiny, they could have become a mirror. What do you guys think? What else can we use these for? Right? Now, let me see. Caesar! Good to see you, Caesar. You're welcome in. And to our friends on YouTube, you are all very welcome aboard. We have Captain Sickbag is there. Lear Taylor, welcome aboard. Who else? Jesus, there's loads. It's very busy, lads. Now, let me see. Roy Van Can is in the house. Welcome in, Roy. Dean Barrett, welcome in. And UVP Digital Signage. You're very welcome aboard, man. Hope you're keeping very, very well. And there's a few more here. We'll get to this now in a moment. So, yes. Buttons, Murph, you can do it. So here we are, friends, in the sim, and after we finish the news, we're doing two things. We're going to be checking out this aircraft here in front of us, the Republic P-47D. Razorback is the style of this one, and also the airport. So I'm not going to reveal too much just yet, but keep the wallets on standby because this is absolutely beautiful.
As Murphy goes on and on, We await the arrival of actual news. More airplanes and airports, please.
That was kind of good in fairness, wasn't it? Right? Who was that? It was Old Veteran. On a scale of 1 to 10, lads, was that okay? Give us a number, right? Brilliant. Thank you, Old Veteran. Yeah, you liked it. Brilliant. Okay, it worked. You gave it a 7. What? A 7? Victorious gave it a 9. Oh, for God's sake. I literally captured David Attenborough and put him in me machine. No, I didn't. But yes, it works. It works. His voice sounded fair for AI. It wasn't AI. What are you talking about, Super Tie? AI? What's AI? Can I have an AI? Right, anyway, so we need to do things here, lads. Prima Victoria is here. Monty is here as well. Welcome in. El Duchar, welcome aboard. And let me see, who else? Papa Hotel Dutch scenery designer also here in the chat, lads. They are the creators of Lelystad Airport. We're going to be checking this one out very, very shortly as I just find my mouse. There it is, I found it. Brilliant. Okay, so we're going to start off with the news, right? The news, and well, this week there's a bit of news. So let us see. So our news is brought to us by our awesome friends over at msfsaddons.com. Big shout out to Vasco and of course to the guys over at FS Elite, to Callum and all the crew, and usually from Sergio Costa as well at Heli Simmer, although things are a little bit quiet on the helis just at the moment, but it's going to start rocking fairly quick, right? So a couple of things, lads. PMDG, well, we all know the 777, well, it's coming soon. We know this. We know the hype around it, and they also did an announcement there about they're looking for content creators. Well, they're not looking for content creators. They're looking for someone who's able to do a group flight. Someone to do or arrange a group flight for their 777. Head honcho Egypt #1 here said, I'll do one. So if you're on the PMDG forums, find that post from Matthias Koch and go in there and say, go on, Murph, you're brilliant. Asher Jesus, you know what you're doing some of the time. Right, do you know? And they might just say, Murphy, yes, we'll look after this Murphy fella. Indeed, you know. Yeah, you wouldn't know your luck. But anyway, speaking of the devil, PMDG, have you seen some of the images in this aircraft? I'm really looking forward to it. So they've announced some of the liveries that we're going to get with the aircraft, which is great. And they've also showed some of the wear and tear, some of the texturing that's going to be included with the aircraft. And the gas thing is, right, the PMDG 777, it's not based and it's not modelled on a brand new aircraft, unlike the 737 fleet. 737 fleet with a very clean and, you know, everything is where it needs to be. Very little kind of scratches and textures and all this sort of jazz. It's very clean. The 777, well, this is a much older aircraft. I think it's 10 or 12 years service, and that's what they've been using to model all the textures and apply them inside in the cockpit. And you can see here from the rudder pedal, the wear and tear, you know, some of the buttons here, where, you know, they're getting faded. Just general wear and tear. And it's an amazing it's amazing what textures can do in terms of kind of immersion, right? In terms of immersion. And looking back in from the passenger cabin looking in, just look, it's starting to come along, isn't it? Right? So we're expecting this thing hopefully soon. They also announced a number of the liveries that are going to be released with this aircraft. It's not on this post here, but there's a lot of liveries coming out for it. And you can imagine, you know, all the big players are there, of course. British Airways, there's US stuff there. Cathay Pacific are in it, right? There's a ton of liveries coming out, which is great. So really, really looking forward to this. And, well, the cockpit details, I've got to say, that it's looking really, really nice. So no official news, no release dates. It's pretty much, when it's ready, it'll be ready. I'm kind of thinking they're going to try and push this out the gate for Across the Pond, the big massive VATSIM event. Who knows, lads? Who knows? What do you think? Can we get some sort of a prediction? Hey, Vasco is here. Good to see you, man. Can we get some sort of a prediction in the chat? You know. Now, let me see. Captain Sickbag, thank you very much indeed. You pressed a button on YouTube. I didn't see it. Cheers, man. Like a Skoda after 200,000 kilometres. There's nearly 400,000 on mine. But anyway, predictions. When do you think the 777 is going to come out? When do you think? Fulda, welcome in. So, moving on. Just Flight. Well, we've been kind of getting spoiled here by Just Flight because, well, I think we can all agree that their 146 update, the version 2 update, well, it's new life into an already excellent aircraft, and it's just gotten better and better. No rest for the wicked. Just Flight have revealed an awesome new image, a set of images for their upcoming PA38 Tomahawk. affectionately known as the Tomahawk. And lads, this is a picture, right? However, it does look incredible. It's one of the nicest I've seen of an aircraft in the sim. As in, look at the rivets are riveting, yeah, we know, but it's the modeling here looks absolutely superb. And I think it's fair to say Just Flight definitely got inspiration of what A2A had done with their AccuSim Comanche, because they have this kind of simulated walk around mode. There's an EFB there. You have all the remove before flight, fuel drain. It's all there. So again, there's new standards coming in for general aviation, and Just Flight seem to be really kind of, going with that and, doing their thing, right? So some of the images, they're stunning. So in the latest development update from Just Flight, the anticipation surrounding the PA38 for the sim continues to build, with significant strides being made towards the aircraft's release. Following their previous showcase of the immersive walk-around feature, Just Flight have now shared exciting advancements in both the aesthetic and functional aspects of their PA38, marking an impressive new milestone in its development. Just Flight's focus on the Tomahawk's external appearance has culminated a comprehensive retexturing and, in some instances, remodelling of the aircraft's exterior. That's like, what? The painstakingly attention to detail extends to the incorporation of realistic wear and tear, including water stains, dirt accumulation indicative of soft field operations, enhancing the aircraft's authenticity and immersion. It's looking fabulous. Look at the state of that. Doesn't it just look beautiful? And it's only an LPA38, like, do you know what I mean? But it looks incredible, right? Area 10, it's good to see you. Help me decide which F5 to get. I absolutely will. We're checking out the updated F-5E from SC Designs here in a little bit. Sean Dale says, the 777 will release 3 days before payday, right? Brilliant. Yeah, the fact that the cowl isn't flush, it just shows you the attention to detail. It just does. That's an awesome picture. Like, look at the dirt and the dirty board. But look at the dirt and grime underneath this, lads. It's absolutely stunning looking. It's gorgeous. Like, this is really impressive. To see this level of detail from Just Flight, and they're applying it to general aviation stuff, this is very, very exciting. And I have to say, that looks stunning. I cannot wait to fly this airplane. Cannot wait. So comprehensive exterior overhaul means that a revamp of the aircraft's livery was needed, with Just Flight's artist diligently recreating each design to meet the highest standards. The selection includes familiar liveries from the previous updates alongside exciting new ones, such as November 242 6 November, in its striking deep blue, an authentic Blue Angels livery. Look at that! Look at the cut of it, right? Do they have the realistic tail falling off? That was an issue with these, wasn't it? Blue Angels livery. But look at it, lads. It's stunning. Now, the old Tomahawk, it's not going to, it's not going to light up the world in terms of speed and capability. It's used a lot as a training aircraft. This thing is kind of comparable to a Cessna 152. You're in that kind of a ballpark. The advantage being, of course, well, it's a low wing as opposed to a high wing. And it has a T-tail there, which looks super nice as well. So it's in the final stages of development. Really, really excited for this one. And as soon as this thing, it once they start releasing it, hopefully out to a couple of content creators. If we're on the list, we're lucky. If not, this is definitely going to be an exciting aircraft to showcase soon, right? They look incredible. I did 20 hours training on this as my PPL. No way. Awesome. It was an initial trainer, right? Well, an initial trainer in turn. Well, if you look at the what's the word I'm looking for? Look at the specifications and the capabilities of the aircraft, right? And in terms of, the Tomahawk, the PA38 Tomahawk, in terms of seating capacity, its range, right? Top speed, ceiling, all that sort of jazz, amazing stuff. Just like I said early in the Tomahawk's development that they were aiming to create their best GA aircraft. Nice. That's pretty cool. Eagle Airways is here. High hopes of this one. Yeah, absolutely. It looks stunning. Great ride up here, Vasco. Yeah, it's stunning. And look at those pictures, lads. Beautiful. Now, in other news, this was interesting. Bredock, he's come out of retirement and they've released an Airbus A380 for the sim. It's that time of the week again when simmers are treated to a new batch of releases in the Microsoft Flight Sim marketplace. And last week we saw the highlight of an undoubtedly mad release from Breedock. It's that of the A380. Now, for those who closely follow the developments with Microsoft Flight Sim, well, the mention of Breedock may prompt a word of caution. And indeed, vomiting with your mouth closed. But the developer's previous projects, notably the 737 MAX and the Eurofighter Typhoon, have garnered a less than stellar reputation due to quality concerns, despite some updates aimed at improving them. So, it's very much kind of, do your research if you really want this aircraft. Now, it's all well and good kind of making fun of a product saying, yeah, no, it's no good and whatever else. But this is what kind of, I scratch my head a lot because we all know that the Microsoft Flight Sim platform, it's the most realistic, the most this, the most the other. And then you have this style of aircraft coming out, this level of aircraft coming out from a developer. And you kind of get into the range of, well, is there a market for this stuff? Like, my own personal opinion, who am I to say what should and shouldn't be on the marketplace, right? Like, my own personal opinion of this sort of add-on, I don't want to see it on like the mainstay simulator, if that makes sense. Like, I don't know, should there be like a light version or should there be like a pro version? I don't really know. I mean, the pricing of Flight Sim 2020 when it came out kind of suggested they were going for like, entry level, then a deluxe, and then, the premium deluxe. Maybe they should do something in terms of, realism, or how kind of serious simmers are going to say, well, we want to be in this category, please, and they branch off. And then you have, people in the middle perhaps, and then you have people on the lighter side. There's definitely a market for this stuff. Well, I imagine there is. People on Xbox or even on the PC, and they just want to hop into a thing and go flying. Do you know what I mean? But I don't know. Could they even do that? Could they say, hang on a second, right, we're going to work on like the pro version, and then the pro version, that's where there's more time given to developers, third-party developers, to get stuff working. I don't know. It's probably not going to work from a business model, but I'd love to see something like that. So the A380's exterior might satisfy, from a distance. The cockpit experience leaves much to be desired. And okay, modelling has 4 throttles, 4 engines. That's pretty good. It's relatively new-ish. But yeah, the Breedock, I don't know, lads. Like, we know that there's an A380 in development. There's a freeware one, and we know IndyBuilds are working on a payware one. The video that's here, well, it does show a little bit of systems, right? It's not completely in-op all over the shop. There's a little bit there. And I think kind of the general kind of, lighting and look and feel of the aircraft, well, it doesn't look like a Cessna, put it that way. But in terms of how the thing is going to fly, if you want to have kind of realism or operating an aircraft as close as you can, being in, a flight simulator, maybe wait. As I said, fly-by-wire, and of course, IndyBuilds, they've all spoken about A380s, right? So I thought that was interesting. It's available now in the marketplace. You can pick it up for $24.99, right? So you can get yourself an A380 if you want one. But yeah, attracting new audiences is good for long-term sustainability. It is. But then you see, if someone really wanted an A380 and they hadn't a clue about Microsoft Flight Sim and all the other extremely good add-ons that we have, and they bought this and they sit there and they think, well, this is crap. But surely you're going to lose them. You know what I mean? But anyway, next up, Aeroplane Heaven released the Republic P-47D for the sim. This is an aircraft we're going to be checking out here now shortly. So following a surprising announcement just a few days ago, Aeroplane Heaven released last week, its latest aircraft for the sim. The studio, which has released a variety of aircraft under its own name, and of course in partnership with Microsoft, the Globe Swift DC-3, Spitfire, the Grumman F3 and so on, well, it's now adding another classic warbird to its portfolio, and that is that of the P-47. Now, Aeroplane Heaven also brought out the P-51, which is actually pretty good. This one, known as the Jug, the P-47D was one of the heaviest fighters in the Second World War and required a powerful Pratt & Whitney or 2800 engine to accommodate its 8-ton weight fully laden. The engine, shared with the Hellcat and the Corsair, contributed to the Thunderbolt's reputation as a formidable medium-range escort fighter and ground attack aircraft. However, the original Razorback version of the P-47 faced visibility issues, which were later resolved by adopting a bubble canopy top or a bubble top canopy. That's what you would see in something like a P-51. And it was inspired by the RAF's Hawker Typhoon. Do you guys ever see a Typhoon? Seemingly there's only one complete Typhoon left in the world. That's sad, isn't it? That's mad. Charging that much for crap daylight robbery. Agreed. Max Light, wait. Bonsoir. Good to see you. Yeah, the Bredock stuff, way too dear. 24 quid. Yeah. This improvement enhanced pilot visibility. But the one that Aeroplane Heaven have released is that of the Razorback. Interesting choice. So the aircraft, it is available now. We're going to be having a look at it here in the sim. We'll take it for a test flight and have a look at some of its features. It's priced in and around $34 US, and it's going to be released to other vendors shortly. Aeroplane Heaven have they've two super aircraft that I'm waiting on to release. One, of course, being the Avro Lancaster, and the other one... Hey, Empire Kicking is here! The Lancaster, and the other one is the Hurricane. Two aircraft, I can't wait. Empire Kicking, thank you very, very much indeed for the raid. Hope you guys had a great stream. You're very welcome in. So the Aeroplane Heaven P47D, it's now available, and we will be checking this one out tonight. Now, DC Designs, lads, right? A surprise update. So they've gone back to the F-5E Tiger 2. Now, we checked this out in the stream, and yeah, you know, it was all right. If you're into F5s, I thought it was all right. However, there was a couple of, things. DC Design was actually on holidays, and when he came back from holidays, he said, oh, there's some issues here. And, well, to be fair, they've quickly turned around and released an update. They fixed the flight model bugs with a new system to remove incorrect behaviours, fixed the fuel system, fixed the cockpit LOD models, improved the code for numerous cockpit gauges, improved angle of landing lights to better illuminate the runway. They altered the landing light code to avoid flashing inside the cockpit. They added a hover cart and cockpit ladder under automated visibility code. They added a drag chute braking effect when landing. Temporarily removed extension animation under a better method can be developed. Added new requirements to checklists. Deeper weathering added for some liveries. Altered relevant .flight files to prevent airshow smoke from displaying on the start of your flight. They've added a new Patrol Swiss livery, and a full paint kit has also been included as well. Now that's a fair bit of, early patchage work, right? So the F5, we're going to take it for a quick blast a little bit later on, but anyone who was thinking, there's a couple of F5s, which one should I get? Stay tuned for this. Hopefully this will give you enough information that you can make an informed decision, Eamon says, in my honest opinion, the Lancaster will be a free aircraft bundle with Flightsim 24. Maybe. Nutty Slack says, Hurricane, be still my beating heart. Right? Brilliant. Yes. Right, so that's good news from DC and SC Designs. Now, India Foxed Echo. The Tonka, the Tornado, right? And the good news here is this thing is getting super, super close to release. So they've been working non-stop over the past few weeks to bring the Tornado out of beta, and they're pleased to announce last night, being 2 or 3 nights ago, the 8th, 2 nights ago, they've released to their testers the first release candidate. Now, I didn't get an email back from them, but we'll see, right? We'll see if they want to give us one, But let's have a if they just give it to us, well then I'll stream it. But if not, we'll have to wait. But effectively, the Tornado is on a very short final to release. In actual fact, we expect the Tornado to be in a release we are confident to sell by the end of this week. So if all goes well with the initial testing, I reckon we're going to see the Tornado in a matter of days, lads. Matter of days. And I've flown it. You've seen it on the stream. It is beautiful. It's incredible. So it's very similar to that of the F-14. Which one you're going to prefer, I don't know. The only exposure I've had to the aircraft, beta 6, I think, and I think they're up to release candidate 2 now. So what they're working with is a lot further along than me. But I like it. What I've got to use so far, I liked it. So keep your eye on that. Also then, TFDI, the MD-11. Jamie is showing this one off tonight. They've done a couple of updates, but they're aiming for feature complete by April 30th. Now, they had this kind of a weird pricing thing. Early adopters will get the aircraft. The collectors, well, they'll get the aircraft before anyone else. And then other people, well, you'll get the aircraft when we tell you. I can't remember now, right? But anyway, the MD-11, it is a fairly highly anticipated release for the sim, and well, it seems to be going from strength to strength. Most notably, they have a ton of updates. So according to the page, everything is at 90% or above in terms of the completeness, and that's based on the different release stages that they're going to have this aircraft. The aircraft itself should be feature complete by the end of April. A bug with the simulator itself prevented the team from completing this any sooner, but with support of Asobo, it has been squashed and things are now moving again. After the plane release reaches this stage, according to the development status, the team will stop adding features and will now work on fixing the aircraft, addressing bugs and providing the best last bit of polish. To be clear, April 30 is not a release date, but it is a target that the team are working towards. Once the bugs, polish and everything else is ready, they'll then look to release the MD-11 for everyone. If you have faith in the project, 40 FDI designed to deliver, you can always pre-order now, which a discounted price from the final price once it's made available for all. So you can ramble over to their website and pick it up from there. Right, if you're interested, do you know what I mean? VR Flight Sim guy is here. Good to see you, man. How are things? He says, how are you, Murph? Love the show. Keep up the great content. Well, thank you very, very much indeed. I hope you're well. Come here to me. Every single time I'm at a burning blue design scenery, I'm like, oh, jeez, look who it is. Right, brilliant. Where will we find you next? Right? Put you in, like, strange places around the airports. Brilliant. $80. Yeah, lads, this is not a cheap add-on. $80, it's... But we're expecting a lot from that. You put out a price tag like this, we're expecting a lot. Right? A lot. This is somewhere between, the MD-80 and, the 737s. You know what I mean? So, yeah, it's a steep price for sure. But again, once it's released, I've been flying the MD-11 in X-Plane. I only picked it up the other day, and I really like the aircraft. It's the perfect mix between Airbus and Boeing. It's a Boeing, or maybe it's an Air-Oing, or a Bowie bus. We'll come up with a proper mashup name, right? But it is a super cool aircraft, especially that of the freighter one. So we'll wait and see how this goes. Now, a shout out to Colonel Fork here, because he said, Murph, they're developing new sound sets for the F-35. I was like, huh? Yeah, get a load of this, lads. Have a listen to this, right? So the F-35 from India Fox Echo, which the F-35, it's brilliant. Bowie bus, oh, I like that. A Bow bus, right? Yeah, I like that too. Air Boeing, that works as well. You're very good, lads, with the mixage. Have a listen to this. It's an upcoming sound set for the F-35, right? So give it a second here.
Hello there.
Now that's not bad at all, is it? Right? So I know very little about this product and the project, right? So where's the button here? With the Jesus now. If I press this one, no, not theater mode. Oh Jesus, Murph, you're doing all sorts of weird stuff. How do we get that back? It was a link, right? Hang on, I'll find out where Colonel Fork put it. Echo 19 audio. So hang on. Lightning meets our signature thunder in the amazing F-35 Lightning by India Fox Echo, right? We've been able to do what no one has done before in the sim. The audio featured in the coming update was captured during the Field of Flight Air Show in Battle Creek during 3 days of air show in close proximity to both the A and C variants. Meticulously edited and integrated by fully dynamic WWise audio package, flyby audio is affected by speed, afterburner status, throttle setting, and much more. And yes, we even have the mighty howl modelled as well from varying distances. Even though flyby cameras are tricky, they are possible and a lot of folks love using them. So, Echo 19 Audio, they're called. Echo 19 Audio. Our work, what have they done? So, I don't know, is this something that's added to? Do these guys release it? Or do they work for the developers? Because it looks, get a quote. I imagine they work with the developer, right? How friggin' cool is that? So this would be interesting to see if India Fox go with this. You know what I mean? They work with some devs. Okay, sweet. That's kind of cool, isn't it? So it'd be interesting to see that coming out, but it sounds like that sounded brilliant, look. Like the roar on takeoff. That's so immersive, like. I think it's really, really good. Some exciting news there, lads, for sure. Now, moving on. Any Bills? Well, they're sharing some previews for work on their KLAX update, focusing on performance. So, Indie Bills took to Facebook a few moments ago to share some brand new sneak peeks of their upcoming update for Los Angeles International KLAX. The update will bring the product in line with the changes that have happened in the real-world airport and also focus on improving performance. Now, some of the previews that they've released, LAX is one of the best Indie Bills airports, by the way. It's superb, right? And well, performance in this neck of the woods, it's always going to be good. I mean, yes, more performance, please, and let's see what they can do, right? Nutty Slack says, oh, the do sounds for DCS. Brilliant. Reminds me of DCS sound design. That's pretty cool, right? They work with some devs. That's awesome. But yeah, look at the changes here. Like, LAX, it's just one of those iconic airports. It's like your JFK, it's like your Heathrow, it's like Dublin, you know, right, Shannon, right? It's just one of those kind of iconic airports. So a lot of the night lighting also looks to have been improved and updated over the recent version of the airport, giving even more realism to the sim. Indybill said that the update is coming soon, so we can expect more previews and information soon. So anyone who owns LAX, well, it looks like there's going to be a decent update on the way. Now, moving on. Start your African tour from Algiers International Airport, now available for Microsoft Flight Simulator. Net Design, known for their previous work on Algeria's Tamarasset Airport, that was a good attempt, has recently expanded their portfolio with the addition to Microsoft Flight Sim of the main airport in the country, also known as Algiers International Airport, right? There's words I can't pronounce. This release represents a comprehensive effort to replicate Algeria's largest airport, which is located just southeast of Algiers, the country's capital, and serves as a vital hub connecting Algeria to 81 destinations across 31 countries. Net Design have attempted to capture the airport's historical and modern aspects for Microsoft Flight Sim simmers, from its origins in the pre-independence era when it was known as Maison Blanche Airport to the latest terminal completed in 2019. The new terminal, designed to accommodate large aircraft, including the Airbus A380, reflecting the airport's capability to handle up to 16 million passengers annually. This is a huge setup. Jeez, look at the pictures here. These are nice. We'll zoom in, look. It's huge, lads. I love seeing, like, it's great when you see a developer put an airport in somewhere that's kind of off the beaten track. Do you know what I mean? It's not like everyone knows this airport. Where is it? Do you know what I mean? It's when they just do a lot of great work at just some of the lesser known airports. Net Design's rendition is detailed, featuring over 40 custom models that span the airport's 4 terminals, along with ancillary buildings, vehicles, aircraft, and other objects. And this detailed approach extends to the surrounding environment, where auto-generated areas have been reworked for a seamless blend with the main terminal areas. Notable landmarks such as the Makam Etihad, Martyrs Memorial, Ekahid, I can't pronounce things, Nelson Mandela Stadium, and more are included, enriching the visual experience of approaches and departures. Specifically, the mosque, with its 250-metre tall minaret, the tallest in the world, adds a very unique feature to the airport scenery. That's mad, lads, isn't it? It's worth noting that it uses the glass jetways in the scenery. It requires the installation of Aerosoft's Paderborn Lelystad, which is freely available. So they're sharing assets and models, if you like, from another product. But you can download that and it'll all be tickety-boo. So in summary, it delivers a detailed and authentic depiction of Algeria's primary airport in a region often overlooked by major developers. It's refreshing. Vasco, you're a man after me own heart. I just said it. It is refreshing to see smaller independent developers stepping up to enrich these lesser known destinations. It's available right now over on Sim Market and of course Contrail, priced in and around €24. That's a hefty price tag for the scenery now. We're expecting big things. So, like all add-ons, lads, if you would like to see them, let me know. I'm more than happy to pick them up and we can, stick them up in the stream and have at it. So if we ever come across an add-on that you're saying, ooh, I might buy that, well, sure, let me know. And, we can go through it and see, try before you buy sort of thing. But yeah, great news. Now, moving on, Richmond International Airport, Kilo Romeo India Charlie, now available for the sim, and it's from, is it Azonas? Anyway, Richmond International, one of the busiest aviation hubs in Virginia, has been released for Microsoft Flight Sim. The scenery offers a detailed virtual representation of a key airport in the region, which provides over 150 daily flights to a wide range of domestic and international destinations, right? Richmond International serves as a vital link not only for major destinations across the US, but also a gateway to Virginia's rich historical and cultural heritage. This rendition of the airport brings this significant airport into the homes of flight sim enthusiasts. Pretty cool, right? Now, detailed 3D modelling, realistic custom ground polygons, static aircraft, custom jetways, custom ground clutters, accurate and up-to-date airport layout, and they also include a GSX profile. This one, available now through Orbex, priced in and around $16, is the fourth airport from this developer, following their renditions of Palm Springs, Jackson Hole, and Perth. It looks kind of nice, I gotta say. It looks pretty, lads. So Virginia, anyone go flying in Virginia? Galaxy Man says, Murph, apparently there's also a German World War II Horton flying wing currently being worked on in the sim. There is. And I'm 99.5% certain it's Got Friends working on that. Almost certain of it. Or if it's not Got Friends directly, it's one of the lads working with Got Friends. Almost certain of it. But thanks for that, Galaxy Man. So, Pyramid 8 Studios and Orbex, they've launched Yankee Romeo Alpha Yankee Sydney Seaplanes for Microsoft Flight Sim. Seaplane pilots in the sim are in for a treat with the latest scenery release from Pyramid 8. Sydney Seaplanes, now available, vividly capturing the essence of the iconic Sydney Seaplane base in Rose Bay. This release is a tribute to the rich history and vibrant present of seaplane aviation in one of Sydney's most prestigious suburbs. The Rose Bay Seaplane Base, located in Lynn Park, is part of Australia's aviation history, dating all the way back to 1930, when it played an important role in the beginning of the country's golden age of aviation. This era continues to be revisited to this day, as the rich and famous enjoy scenic flights from Rose Bay to other nearby locations. Pyramid 8 Studios' 3D modelling and animation techniques aim to offer Microsoft Flight Sim simmers a chance to experience this. So we have a video, we're going to check it out. I love Australia when I go flying there. It's one of my favourite places to fly in the sim. It's absolutely freaking gorgeous, look. So we'll have a look at this video and see what it does. I just need to find a bit of music. Let's see here now. Play the video. But we can't use their sound because, and we'll go up the road here a bit. Right, now, press some buttons and let's check it out. Check it out. it's a little bit abrupt, but it looks kind of nice. So, that's the difference with our flight sim guy. I watch all your videos. I'm a massive fan, but don't tell anyone, right? But anyway, yeah, look at that. It's interesting, right? Well, let's learn a little bit more about it. What do we get, right? So, it promises to be an immersive scenery that captivates the essence of seaplane flying. Flying boats, sea boats. Users can embark on scenic flights from Rose Bay to breathtaking locations like Shark Island and Cottage Point Inn. The area is a famed destination for both local and international celebrities, seeking the unique experience for flying to lunch or dinner with some scenic views. The package includes over 1,500 hand-placed objects and more than 100 custom buildings, all brought to life with realistic PBR texturing. Custom animations, night lighting, boats, yachts and vegetation round off the package, ensuring an authentic and engaging environment that simmers can explore using their favourite seaplane. Sydney Seaplanes is designed to integrate seamlessly with Orbex's stunning Sydney landscape or cityscape, making for a fantastic scenery to fly in the sim. Not only enjoying the typical destinations served by Sydney Seaplanes base, but also venturing beyond into the city and its iconic skyline. Sydney Seaplanes is available right now through Orbex, priced at in and around $14.99 Australian. Brilliant. Brilliant. Right? That has to be on the list. Right? It just does. Wombat, hide the wallet, mate. It's going to happen, right? That's awesome. Now, an airport we're checking out tonight, and you're all like, Murph, would you ever get on with it? We're getting there, right? Lelystad Airport. Lelystad. I don't know how to pronounce it. I think it's Lelystad. But anyway, it's from Papa Hotel, Dutch Scenery Designs. Well, it's now been released for Microsoft Flight Simulator. Last month, we shared the story of the newly formed Papa Hotel Dutch Scenery Design, a venture from developer Ronald, Flurbage, I think, that emerged following the dissolution of the partnership with iBlue Yonder. Well, today, the project that has sparkled the initiative, Lelystad Airport in the Netherlands, well, it's now available for Microsoft Flight Simulator, right? The D is more of a T. Lelystad. Is that better? That was kind of good. Oh wait, Lelystad. Right, brilliant. Is it Holland or the Netherlands? Let's not get into it. A virtual rendition of the airport for Flight Sim has been a passion project for Ronald, who has now successfully released his creation for the world to see. The airport is notable for several reasons. It is the largest general aviation airfield in the region, an important centre for flight training, and of course, host of FS Weekend, Europe's largest flight simulation themed event. The scenery tries to capture the essence of Dutch aviation, featuring detailed elements such as the iconic Aviodrome Museum, a bastion of aviation history with an impressive collection of static displays, including the majestic KLM Boeing 747. The project extends beyond mere visual aesthetics, incorporating the soon-to-be operational new terminal building, offering simmers a glimpse into the airport's future. We'll be checking this one out in detail shortly. As is expected with custom airport scenery, this product delivers a more detailed and accurate representation using high-resolution PBR textures, detailed aprons, ground markings, and dynamic lighting. Looking ahead, Papa Hotel Dutch Scenery Design has outlined an ambitious update roadmap for the airport scenery. Future additions will include 3D animated personnel, open hangars, and a toggle feature that will allow users to switch between the airport's current state and its future configuration following the terminal's activation. This is pretty mad. So Ronald must be very happy to see his passion project realised, a sentiment likely shared by many in our community. It's these independent developers alongside the larger studios who enhance our flight sim experiences. So this is for sale right now through Contrail, and you can pick it up for €15 plus tax. We're checking this one out now in a minute, right? Right, so hold that thought. Now, Airshow Assistant, a plugin. I've been using this. I don't know if you guys are aware of it. You can get it on PC and Xbox. It's free on the PC. You can pick it up through the marketplace. I recommend just get it through the marketplace. It supports the developer. But this is a super way of, adding in wingmen, wing people. Be politically correct, Murph. You can add in other aircraft to fly along with you. And they don't match your every move. It's quite fluid, right? And there's another host of features, smoke effects, flare effects. There's a lot of cool stuff. You can also have additional aircraft taxiing with you on the ground. Taxi formations, pretty cool, right? But anyway, Air Show Assistant is its name, and it's developed by Touch and Cloud. So you may have heard of these guys before, but it'll give you up to 4 different aircraft. You can even select, your location in that formation. You don't need to be the lead aircraft. You can actually be in the rear flying along. It's pretty cool, right? Great way to practice. Well, is it? I suppose it is. Kind of a great way to practice formation flying. But it's very, very good. It's available now if you want to pick it up. And it seems to pretty much work with every aircraft. With some developers might need a little patch here and there. And, it's pretty cool, right? So the aerobatic smoke and flares enables pilots to generate visually striking displays. Customizable smoke sources, right? So if you're flying in an aircraft and you say, hey, I want smoke from the wing and the landing gear, well, there's different points on the aircraft you can click through its menu, through the UI, and you can select where the smoke generates from. Pretty cool, right? And you also have adjustable smoke trail properties, the length, width, depth, which also helps for your FPS because, well, you know yourself, it doesn't work for helis yet. Okay. It's pretty cool, right? It is pretty cool. Ensure the tool can be used with any aircraft model within the sim, but you're saying it doesn't work on choppers. I've never tried it with choppers, but you get the idea, lads. Look, it's pretty cool, right? And it's cheap and cheerful as well. What's the price of the devil? $4.99. There's a cheaper one for $1.99 due to a running spring sale, and a demo version is also available on the website. Highly, highly recommended this. If you're flying on your own and you say, hey, do you know what? Let's do some of this. Pretty cool, right? Got it quit on the marketplace. There you go, Mr. Dan. There you go. Now, another news. We're nearly there. Pimax have announced an upcoming launch event to unveil new VR headset. What? Didn't the Crystal came out that cost all that money and now there's something new? Well, Pimax Technology has officially announced its plans to introduce its latest VR innovations. The company known for the Pimax Crystal VR headset has issued an invitation for the community to attend an event scheduled for Monday, April 15th, and it'll be streamed on YouTube at 11 a.m. PDT. Is it April 15th? April 15th, yeah. This announcement follows the notable success of the Pimax Crystal VR headset that has established new industry benchmarks with its superior technical specifications. And again, anyone here, and I'm not just saying it because Steve is here, but anyone who's interested in VR when it comes to your flight simulation, check out VR Flight Sim Guy's YouTube channel. Just check it out because he's all the VR. He's all of them. They're all of them, right? And he goes through the settings, how to get the most out of them, and honest reviews. Yeah, it's good or not, it's crap. So VR Flight Sim Guy, do check out his channel, right? So anyway, this one here is going to be interesting. It's news from Pimax. We know the Pimax are going to be at Flight Sim Expo, so I'm hoping whatever they announce, they're probably going to bring something with them to Expo, right? Captain Sickbag, I'm barely able to afford contact lenses, right? Do you know? But yeah, these are not cheap. These are not cheap, but I believe they're very, very good, right? They're very, very good. So, Beyond ATC sets course for early access, and AI traffic injection is coming later. We've been kind of following the story at the last few weeks. They recently changed their pricing, and they kind of put a poll out to their members over on the Discord to say, hey, should we release the thing now and add the aircraft injection later? And they all turned around and said, yeah. So that's what they're doing, right? That's what they're doing. So they're going to say Beyond ATC is now finally preparing for an early access release of the software. And Say Intentions is the other close competitor, but the pricing model between both developers, it's now very, very different. This Beyond ATC is giving you a one-off fee, $60, I think. It's probably here. To be fair, Vasco probably wrote it in. But anyway, they're giving you a, here you go, pricing strategy look. It's all there, Murph. You just need to read it, right? Price reduction, it's $29.99. So it's $29.99, 30 quid, right? As opposed to Say Intentions, which is 30 quid a month. Right? So this will be interesting to see what they can do. But anyway, keep your eyes out. Beyond ATC should be coming very, very soon. They've even added new features since we were talking to them. Pretty cool, right? Now, the last bit of information we have here, well, the Flight Sim Association have released the Flight Sim Expo seminar schedule along with the activities that are taking place. So, later on in June, between the 21st and 23rd, the convention in Las Vegas. Well, they've said, well, what are we doing when we're here? So usually what happens is, you know, on the Friday, you have all the announcements. Saturday and Sunday, all the vendors take to the floor and they're just showing their stuff, right? But they also run events outside of that. And that's anything from, you know, they're going to the Mob Museum, right? See? Out to them lads, swimming with the fishes, see? They'll be going out to the Mob Museum. They're going to, they're doing like a tour, I think, of I was going to say McCarran. It's not called McCarran anymore. Harry Reid, isn't it? Out to the ATC. There's a number of different kind of activities that they do. And if you want to go as groups, they're going to be discounted. Do be sure to ramble on over to the FS Expo website. And if you're able to go to the event, well, there'll be a lot of stuff. If you can't go to the event, again, well, content creators who are going, this Egypt here is going, I'm going to have to bring loads of sun cream and me new door holding thingies. I'll have loads of them with me. But I'll be there and I'll be recording some content as well. So huge event coming up in a matter of weeks. The flight experience. Yes, you can even go flying as well. There is a Mob Museum. It's in the old part of Las Vegas, right? Muse fan is trying to find himself in this picture. Well, Jesus then. I'm your man wearing the shorts. Holy crap, where are we? Oh, I can see a wild gibbo. Right, if I can see a gibbo, I'm not too far away. But yeah, brilliant. Absolutely brilliant, right? Flight Expo, it is incredible. And if you ever get the chance to go to these conventions, be it FS Expo, be it FS Weekend, it's an amazing opportunity to meet with developers and, you know, just other people who are passionate about our hobby. And that includes, you know, sim pilots and real world pilots, content creators. The whole shebang is there. It's a very cool, awesome place to hang out. And it's terrible fun. Terrible fun, right? So the initial reveal on March 22nd confirmed 12 more exhibitors. So Beta Technologies, the Pilot Club, Hyper Iron Sim, Thrustmaster, Redbird Flight Sim, Beyond ATC, Viral, Yalman, National Stall Series are going to be there, Somnum Space and FlyVirtual.net along with Fly Inside. So a couple of more people have said, yeah, we're going since we released the news a few weeks ago. You know what I mean? So yeah, there's me and Gibbo down the back in this picture, I think. I'm the good looking fella. So yeah, look, it's huge news. Flight Sim Expo, I'm excited to kind of hear what's happening and see what's happening, because prior to Flight Sim Expo, word on the street is at an Xbox event happening in June, well, they are expecting to announce the release date of Flight Sim 2024. I'm expecting to see a new trailer and I'm expecting to see new features. Now that could be all just a big, terrible kind of rumour, but never let the truth get in the way of a rumour, lads. Do you know what I mean? If you say it'll happen, it might happen. Do you know? Gregor's in that photo. He is. Kingsman, good to see you, man. Welcome aboard. So, yeah, we want to say, so it'll be interesting. So June, we believe there's going to be some sort of a update. You know, so let's see what happens. Right, friends, here we are. So first and foremost, we're here with an aircraft and it's in a stunning, stunning location. And we're going to be checking out both. So this is Aeroplane Heavens P47D, right? An iconic aircraft. The Republic P47D Thunderbolt, or just P47 Thunderbolt. It's a World War II era fighter aircraft produced by the American company Republic Aviation. They built this thing through 1941 up until 1945, and it was a successful high-altitude fighter and also served in the foremost American fighter bomber in the ground attack role. There was nearly 16,000 of these things built. A freaky amount. Tons of them, right? First flew on the 6th of May 1941, introduced into service in November 1942. And this thing is, it's huge, first of all. It's massive. It's a massive aircraft, right? Big mother of a machine. And it was designed by Alexander Kartveli, a man of Georgian descent. It was to replace the P-35, developed by a Russian immigrant named Alexander Seversky. Both had fled from their homeland in Tbilisi in Georgia to escape the Bolsheviks. And in 1939, Republic Aviation designed the AP-4 demonstrator powered by a Pratt & Whitney 1830 radial engine. So there's great heritage to this machine here, look, right? So what we have here from Aeroplane Heaven, well, it looks stunning. There is no two ways about it. This is a beautifully modelled aircraft. Comes in a number of different liveries, and you can see what's dangling on the wings and also underneath the fuselage. Well, there is some stores and munitions. Pretty cool, right? Pretty cool. So we're going to have a look at some of the features, and we'll just give the thing a bit of a check it out, right? What do you think of it though? It looks pretty, doesn't it? It looks massive. It is. It's freaking huge, right? It looks absolutely massive. Now, one thing I do like, Aeroplane Heaven have included a fairly detailed manual, 45 pages, lads, right? And it's all about getting yourself a little bit familiar with the aircraft. So they talk about the history of it, the Jug, right? That was a nickname. And some of the features of it, bit of history on the features, the dimensions, the performance. The power plant was a Pratt & Whitney R2800 2,000 horsepower engine, right? Its armament included 8 50 cal M2 Browning machine guns and up to 2,500 pounds of bombs. What? Flight model note, please ensure that you have the flight model set to modern. So we can see the liveries. We get a nice kind of handle of them here. They even do an interesting one. They do this factory fresh painted, but they also do another one. It's a Lend-Lease livery in the colours of the USSR. I thought that was pretty cool, right? And they left a couple of blank ones. Who knows, they might add in some more. The cockpit main instruments, it talks about what everything does and how they work. Shows you where they are on the left-hand side and the right-hand side. The fuse box, right? So you have a fairly detailed run-up of, oh yeah, that's how the thing works, look. Actually, how do you change the radio options? Oh, that's how you do it. Okay, sweet. Cockpit lighting. We'll have a look at the lighting now when we get it up and running. It also has UV lighting, which is sweet. Instrument lighting is all there. Then you have like the step-by-step startup guide of getting the machine up and running. Park and brake, battery, fuel, so on and so on. We'll skip all that. A man should never have to read a manual. Not at all. Put it in the drawer. I know exactly what I'm doing. 2 hours later, your significant other half will come along and say, I'll fix it. You go lie down. Right? It's accurate. It's accurate. But anyway, so startup here, we'll fly through that. Some of the features here and the click spots, which are pretty cool, right? I'll get to them now here in a second. Oh yeah, don't do that, look. Yeah, oh Jenny Mac. Don't strike the nose. No, you'll break it. Some of the flying tips, you actually have to add quite a bit of trim to this. It's pretty cool, right? Landing techniques, they're all there. And now you have the features and options. This is pretty cool, and I'll show you these. But you can see your armament section. And all your guns are there as well. And they've modelled the guns firing, which is pretty cool. You know, I can't get the machine guns to visibly work, right? Don't know why. I possibly am doing something wrong, but we'll see what happens. Gun sight or a GPS, which is kind of there. And then you have your fuel and so on and so on. There's a lot of information with this aircraft, right? Grizzle, thank you very much indeed for the follow. You're welcome in. So here we have with it. Let's just go in and have a closer look, because it's the texturing here. I think Aeroplane Heaven have done a really nice job, right? It's a stunning aircraft. So if you get up close and personal to it here now, well, you can see the resolution of the textures, look. Very, very nice and detailed. What do you think, lads? I mean, like, the thing, there's detail all over the shop, right? If I want to get in and say, Jays, that's a very pretty engine. It's a pity that it's covered. Well, check this out. Hop in here to the cockpit for a minute. Bring the time of day back so we can actually see what we're doing. Look, now you're fretting. How do we do this now? Oh, it's over here, look. So you can actually take the cowling off and get in and inspect the engine. Look at the detail. Isn't that stunning? Isn't that stunning, lads?
I'm in a glass case of emotion.
Right? But it looks even better in 4K. Oh yeah, if you're on YouTube, you're going to see this thing in 4K. Superb. But look at the detailing on the friggin' engine, look. Isn't it? Gina, good to see you, man. So they're doing a great job here with the modelling and the texture work. It looks superb. It just does, right? Holy cow. Right? Do you know what I mean, lads? And you can see the bits and bobs then on the ground just in behind me head. Like the cowling covers are just left there. Nicely done. Right? So we'll put them back on. There they are. And then, of course, we have the armament, so we can carry bombs or additional fuel. So let's go in here to the menu. Let's go over to this guy over here. And we have this little loadout kind of a tablety thingy. It's very kind of period kind of style. So we can change bombs to like a 1,000-pound bomb, a 500-pound bomb, or we can even go for fuel, look. So there's a bomb on that wing, but I've changed this one to be a fuel tank. How cool is that? Actually, the fuel tanks just look way better because they're shiny. We like shiny things. So what was that? Fuel 150. Here we go. And you can even change the center fuel tank as well. Oh, look at that. Oh, that's beautiful. That's stunning looking, isn't it? There's beautiful detailing here. So you can kind of do that sort of messing with it, which I like. When it comes to some of the custom camera views, when you hit your select button or you enter the showcase mode, they've put in a few, you know, there's some nice angles here, if you like that sort of stuff. So what we're going to do, we're going to power up the aircraft, taxi on out of here, because we're down by the Early Birds hangar at Lelystad. That airport that I can't pronounce. Lelystad. I'll get there eventually. It just needs to be sounded out. But that's what we're going to do. We're going to take off and fly around the area and see what it's all about. And, well, if you're on the fence about getting this aircraft, well, the whole objective of this stream is, well, maybe you'll turn around and say, it's for me or it's not. So, we have some options here inside. So we'll stay on this little panel at the moment because I've just appeared it. So you can change your stores and munitions, but you can also change the pilot. So at the moment we have a period pilot, right? There he is there and all the gear. But we can change that to default, which is the Asobo stuff. So you have an option there. And also your gun sight. I currently have it on the Mark 8 gun sight, but we can change that now to a GPS. Handy. Or we can change it on up to the Mark 3 gun sight. And these are all powered. You can get the gadget on them. You know what I mean? I got it right! Brilliant! So, I like this one. And we'll close this little option back here. So when it comes to a bit of cockpit familiarization and, well, also some of the click spots and what we can do, again, the textures inside, well, they're every bit as good as they are on the outside. It's done very, very well. And we got a ton of click spots. And it's just an interesting looking machine, this. Look at the textures there, lads. It is rather beautiful, right? Rather beautiful. So to get the thing powered up, this is going to be a hell. We're going to start off with a battery. Instruments are coming alive. If we come down here to this little electrical box, so our gun sight, we'll turn them all on. Instrument lights, bring them up. Generator on. Wing tail brightness, yeah, turn them on. Turn on my electrics here for the moment. Fuel tank putter on. Look at the lighting here already. And there's our gun sight look. It's beautiful, absolutely beautiful. We have our oil cooler and our intercooler. We can move these left or right. They're controlled by these switches up here. Right. Landing gear extension, flaps. We have our trims. We have our prop. We have our throttle. We have our mixture here as well. So mixture full. Bring the old throttle back. The supercharger, I'm unsure does that work, but we'll have a look. What else do we have? So we have our mag switches over here on the left. Yeah, the battery spooling around in the avionics. Well, the battery's not the avionics, the gyro. Moving across then, so we can see that we can fix our artificial horizon. We have an engine starter, so it's a engage and energize, or energize and engage. Sweet. Moving down then, we have bomb and tank releases. So we can release the stuff. I don't think they're animated though, right? We have oxygen, so we can turn on the oxygen, open her up and turn on the cog. And we can see oxygen is now flowing. Even the animation of that's pretty cool. It's rotating instead of just opening and closing. Nice touch. We have a tail wheel lock, which I better make sure is unlocked. Otherwise we'll end up in a mess. You also have these awesome, the key recognition lights. We've seen these on the F4 and they live under a wing. There's something under the wing. They're usually over here. There they are. So there's lights here and you can turn these on depending on how you want to communicate with your other aircraft. They use these kind of like codes. So red light on would mean a something, red and orange means a something, green means a something, different kind of combinations of stuff, right? So you can control all of those from here, right? Next up, well, I suppose it's time to start up the machine to see what happens, right? So our fuel is open. Our cowl flaps, you'll notice them up there. See the cowl flaps just in front of or just behind the propeller? We can open and close them. They work, nice. I don't know what that switch does. What does that switch do? It's not important. We will prime the engine. So cowl flaps push to open and then pull to close. Grand. So we're going to just prime the bejesus out of this. And let's see what happens. Right, consider that primed. Mags, we're going to go from off to left, right, and both. And you have an engage and energize. So we're going to start energizing this. And let's see what happens. I mean, this could either be, it'll be great or terrible. Mind your ears now, because this could be loud. Right, so there's energizing. No, didn't like that. Battery, yes. Fuel, yes. Some more primage. Energize again. Are those lights related to carrier landing signals? They could be as well, yeah. 100%. They could be. Now, let's see what happens here. So we're energizing the bejesus out of it. Come on, Betsy. It's alive! Right, quick checking things. RPM, bring it down to about 1,000. And let's have a listen, right? Whatever you do, Murphy, don't tip it over, right? Right. Mind your ears now. So what do you think? This thing has been getting slated with its sounds, and I think so far they're not bad. That's just what I think now. So far they're not bad, right? So that's what it sounds like. So we need to close our canopy. Grab a hold of this fella. Yep. Up that way. Now. So the canopy is closed, and there's a quick release here for the canopy if you want. You just press the button there and away she goes, right? So what about the movement of the flaps and the sounds for the flaps? Fairly quiet, but the animation is nice. Okay, so the flaps work. Our control surfaces, ailerons, elevator, rudder, all looking fairly good. Now I did turn on my lights, but I don't seem to have lights. Let's have a look. Put that on. They're all okay. They're all okay. That's all okay. Yeah, our landing light is on, look. Very pretty. And we'll turn on these little gadgets over here for the crack, will we? We'll turn on them fellas now, look. Let's see here now. Let's go, let's turn them on. See that? They're flashing. But they're kind of flashing. Right, so are we going to be doing some group flying? Not tonight, but soon. So let's start taxiing out of here as we're inspecting this beautiful airport around us as well. And we will be taking a proper look at the airport. By the way, lads, a massive disclaimer. I'm using DirectX 12. DirectX 12 can cause all sorts of weird textures with ground details. Just bear that in mind. It is not the scenery. If you see a weird square appear, it's not the scenery. It is DirectX 12. Just letting you know, because it can happen, right? It can happen. So we'll taxi along here. Look at the size of this thing though, isn't it? Like, it's friggin' huge, look. Absolutely massive. Test the weapon release before flying to see if it works. Yeah, yeah. The sound is a little less rumbly than you were hoping. All right. I see, I see. So again, if you do see any sort of weird textures, it's trust me, it's DirectX 12, right? Murph, does Airplane Heavens custom code have the tail dragger? This one is not as nuts as some of the other ones. Yeah, this is relatively easy to fly, right? Relatively. Let's taxi off here at Delta. There's a bit of a crosswind here, look. Now, if I crash on takeoff, it's clearly a glitch with the aircraft and not my flying skill. No, if I crash with the aircraft, I have much to learn. But we'll see what happens, right? I'll keep the cowl flaps open for a moment. And see how we get on here, look. I'm not going to go with flaps. Maybe I should, but I'm not going to. I'm feeling particularly dangerous, right? So get ourselves lined up here. There we are, roughly there. Engage the tail wheel lock. Let's verify if the divil is on. No, it's flapping around the plate. There we go. So our tail wheel is locked. Right, Betsy. Hang on now. Turn us a bit, Murph. Now you're straight. No, you're not. Straighten her up there now. Okay, right. Let's go for it. Power coming in. Whatever you do, don't crash, Murphy. Easy now. Easy. Don't mind the fact that I just went off the runway. It's totally fine. Yep, see Daisy. Alright, we're up. Gear up. It's quite slow to build up the speed, you see that? Now I think this is where the sounds are getting a little bit of kind of reaction from the community. That's where I think they're complaining. And to be honest, I can hear it too. Right, give ourselves a bit of a turn. Right, so get the RPM back. The power back. Tail flaps in. Check it out from the outside. Sounds are mad. That's full RPM. That's idle. I think there's something needed. I can't really put my finger on it. That's just full RPM, not war emergency power. Hell Kitty sounds way better. Certainly the engine cruising speeds, it's quite repetitive. It's like it's on a loop. So power back a little bit. So as I said, if you see any of those weird, if you see any weird textures, lads, it's DirectX 12, nothing else, right? Right, high speed. kind of windy as well. Don't hit the ground, Murphy. Yep, see daisy. The hand flies really well. Now, as I said, there's also a weapons feature, but I can't get the guns to actually show. I can hear them. You hear that? I just can't see the flashing. So I don't know what the cause is, but sure, listen. Let's drop the tank. I don't think they're animated falling though, right? Got the two wings. They just disappear. Now the good news is though, the aircraft does feel a lot lighter when you jettison those stores. Like you'll see the speed we can achieve now, right? And it does become a lot more maneuverable. Yes, we'll rumble in here again. One more little low pass, then it's time to check out this airport. It is a nice plane though. Like the sounds, if they can do something with the sounds, and to be fair, Aeroplane Heaven do update their sounds. Might take a while, but they do get around to it. But it is a pretty airplane. It's a freaking beast of a plane. Don't hit the ground, Murphy, whatever you do. Jeez, look at the speed. Brilliant. Yep, see daisy. Nice. So we'll take it in for a landing and hopefully, you know, we won't die or something, right? Don't disappoint us by not attempting a landing. I'll do a landing, Muse. Well, I'll attempt a landing, Muse. A landing, Muse? This scenery, by the way, we're going to be checking this out in detail. Isn't it pretty? Look at the detailing. Right, can we do some sort of a mad landing here? I think we can. What's my airspeed? 350. Yep, see daisy. Easy now. Easy now. Don't stall whatever you do, Murph.
Dreamy, sleepy, nighty, snoozy, snooze.
Who turned off my lights? Adam Controls, good to see you. Look at the size of the landing gear though, look. Oh, do you know what I didn't do?
This baby hits 88 miles per hour. Yeah, some serious shit.
The night lighting. Isn't this kind of pretty? Do you know what I need to do actually, lads? To give you a proper run of the lights, right? Where's my interior lighting? Instrument lighting is on. Recognition lights, they're on. There's other lights we can use.
I have, Ted. I've been drinking like a mad Egypt.
There's lights. And I think we're okay for the rest. Yeah, we're okay for the rest. Right, unpause. So there's your interior lights now, look.
Look at this big Aegis.
It's pretty, isn't it? I think it's very pretty. Exterior lights.
They've done studies, you know. 60% of the time, it works.
Every time.
Every time.
Right, tidy the house up.
I'm in a glass case of emotion.
Right, where's the airport? It's over here. Oh, Jesus. Right, let's see, can we successfully land this thing? What speed am I doing? You're doing too much speed, that's okay. Right, easy now, Jemima. Can we land the plane with the yoke with the thing? The red flashlight, I think it's a mod on the flightsim.to. Oh, there's a bit of wind here as well. This is going to be a challenge. Right, easy now, Consuelia. Sideways landing for the win. Easy. 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 Hold the nose. Hold the nose. Easy now. There's a bounce. You big idiot, you bounced it. Come on. There you go. Sort of nearly. Sort of nearly. All right. But we got her down anyway. Little bit bouncy, mind you. But we're down. Right, there's snake off up here to the left, look. The head tracking makes World War II birds so nice. Oh, it really does. Does anyone know a good chiropractor? What are you talking about? Adam Controls, how are you, man? I'm after missing me exit. It's alright. We got there in the end. Jesus. Right, so we're just going to abandon ship just over here, look. Now, that'll do her. Flags off. Now, that kind of pause of audio, that's the same whenever you shut it down. It thinks and then it does a thing, right? Anyway, so what do you think? Aeroplane Heavens P47. The sounds probably do need a little bit of work, but it's still really nice to fly. If they can do something with the sounds, I think we're laughing, lads. I really think we're going to be laughing. You know what I mean? You need to get it because it has your name in it. Huh? Tony. Brilliant, right? Brilliant. Hey, Defiant Prawn, good to see you. Patrick Doyle, welcome in. Yes, so, right, lads. As I said earlier, if there's any issues with some of the visual textures you're going to see here now, well, the issue is not with the scenery, the issue is with the sim because I'm running in DirectX 12. Just please be aware of that. If you do see something weird, it is nothing to do with the scenery. Well, one thing is to do with the scenery, but I'll talk about him now in a minute, right? There's a rogue agent in the airfield. But this is going to be interesting, right? So what's interesting here, right? Where's this now? So the background to this airport. We're going to give you the background to this because I think it's fascinating, right? I think it's absolutely fascinating. We have a bit of background information. So let's have a look here now as we're watching it, right? And give it some love on the audio when it's fine. Agreed. Now, oh, by the way, lads. So Ronald, right? Ronald from Papa Hotel Scenery, Papa Hotel Dutch Scenery Design, who's here in the chat, right? With thanks to Ronald and for the showcase that we're about to start. Well, friends, cancel that. That's completely wrong. I pressed the wrong button. Don't do that. Jesus. Hang on. You talk amongst yourselves there for the minute while I'll fix this, right? I'm not doing anything. Where is it now? There we go. Buttons. I'm not just spelling a ditch. Now, there we go. Right, that's brilliant. This is brilliant. Sound effects are custom. Now, lads, with thanks to Ronald and all involved at Papa Hotel Dutch Scenery Design, we've just started a giveaway. If you'd like to win a copy of this scenery, it's available on the PC only for the moment. So PC only. Just be aware of that. But feel free to enter, lads. Anyone can enter. ! Ticket into the chat And we'll be announcing the winner in a little while, right? In a little while. But I want to give you a bit of a backstory here to the Owl Airport, right? Because I think it's very interesting. And I love learning about a scenery. This is very Jeppesen 2001-esque, right? So anyway, we'll get through it, right? So the airfield was acquired by the Schiphol Group back in 1993, right? The idea was to provide or move about 40,000 mostly holiday flights from Schiphol out to Lelystad. The plans were approved by the government and parliament back in 2015, and work on the expansion started right away to meet the scheduled opening of 2018. However, due to several reasons, the opening for commercial traffic has been pushed back to a later date. Commercial traffic now, right? The airfield is 50 years old. In fact, it only had its 50th anniversary in the last year or so. So at the moment, it seems highly unlikely that Parliament will approve the commercial opening of the airport anytime soon, and the scenery has been designed to reflect the current state of the airfield as we see it today, right? As we see it today. So let's go off and explore here, right? So you'll notice straight away, and I said this to the developer as well, whenever you see perimeter fencing, that's always a sign of, well, there's attention to detail here. You'd be surprised at the amount of developers who forget about this, right? So we're going to ramble in, look. We have a special pass. And, well, let's ramble in here. And we can see, right, these are just the access roads inside, but you can see, you know, we have lighting done really, really well, and all the taxiways, the signage here is done extremely well, and stop signs. Be careful. Jet blast. I'd love to be that Egypt getting blown out of it there, look, right? So we're going to ramble across where the jet blast is. We'll drive this way. And you might be saying, Jesus Murph, what are these? Aren't they cool looking? Look at the detail here, lads. And of course, if you go on the far side of them, well, it's a visual aid to the pilot. You're approaching the end of the runway there, mate. How cool is that, right? So we'll continue on this access road. And we do have all the pappy lights there. You have an ILS sitting there. Look at the state, right? See that? There's Jimmy. Jimmy's a rogue agent. The challenge is try not to land when Jimmy's there. It's a bug that they're working on. It's a problem with the development kit, the software development kit. They can't remove the devil. They can't find it. So if anyone has experience of removing rogue airport vehicles, let us know, because Papa Hotel Dutch Scenery have been scratching their head wondering why hasn't that disappeared yet, right? So if anyone knows how to do it, let us know. But it's a rogue wagon, right? So try and land there and don't hit him. So we're on this perimeter road. Let's go rambling here, look. So here we have another, oh look, there's a stop. Stop for bod. And then the far side then is the same crack. Go handy, you have a jet blast area. All right, check this out. So the airport is, of course, home to the Aviodrome. It's a museum in itself, and this is where Flight Sim Weekend, or FS Weekend, well, they host it at this very airport. And you can see already a ton of static elements. We're going to be checking these all out. But again, it comes down to the texture work and just the sheer attention to detail. High resolution signage is all over the place. They're everywhere, and it's great to see, right? It's a proper place you can go exploring. So let's ramble up here, right? We'll go this way now. Yes. All is looking terribly well. And we'll ramble in this way. You'll note that this is a taxiway, look. It's an actual taxiway, right? How friggin' nuts is that? So rambling on in here, we'll check out all these static elements because they look beautiful, right? So this one here, can anyone name that airplane? Go on, I'll make it easy for you. It sounds like, yeah, baby. It doesn't, but it should, right? And look at the unique colouring for KLM, right? But look at the detailing here, look, right? Disney's planes too. Be honest now, lads. Who's watched it? We know you've all watched it, right? Lelystad. What was I saying? Lelystad. Lelystad. Am I right in saying that? Lelystad. Stat. Isn't it a T? Yes. Oh, that's brilliant. Thanks, Givo. You're brilliant. Right? Never listen to Murphy pronounce anything, right? But yeah, it's pretty beautiful, isn't it? So let's ramble in. And look, it's all locked up. Look, it's all gates here and locked up. We'll jump over the barrier. Up. Now let's ramble into this, look. part of the museum area. See, can you name these aircraft? So this is the T2 hangar and the mess. We're going down to the mess, look, right? So let's rumble in. Let's rumble in. And we can see, like, again, it's beautiful because we have all these things to explore and things to see. And it's based on what's actually at the airport right now. You know what I mean? Especially if he's trying it in English. Oh, terrible bad. Yeah, oh, terrible bad. Right? Look at the friggin' size of that truck, look. Did you get the idea, right? There's information all over the shop. Right? Pretty cool. Beautiful flags are all moving there, doing the stuff. And even the building, like, look at the reflections in the building that are, like, put in. Isn't that super? It's done really, really well. So go out here. Now, I want to say that it looks like a Browning, but it's water cooled, so I'd have to say that's a Vickers. It looks like a Vickers. Anyone name that aircraft? Can you name it? Wouldn't it have been class walking around here in the real world? Water-cooled Browning. Would it be a Vickers? Reckless Ray says, been here many times, it looks amazing, instant buy. It looks beautiful, doesn't it? VR Flightsim guy says, amazing how many talented developers we have now in the sim. Isn't it awesome? It's awesome. Can anyone name that mad looking devil? Isn't it cool? Look. And I have to say, the static aircraft modelling, it's done very well. Vegan, yeah, look at that. You know your Swedish stuff. And then we look. Jesus, Gibbo, can you read any of that? I'm going to struggle here. And that's just like a loser pilot. With, oh Jesus. Does it basically say you can get your picture taken on the plane? I don't know. That's what we're going for, and that's what I'm saying. Right, the detail. Right, let's go over to this side now. And again, you've all your signage. This here is the original airport terminal. The original terminal. And again, you have all this signage, look. Skip all 1928. So let's ramble over and have a look. Mind the fence. Can anyone name that? Go on, you'll give it a bash. Look at this. This is a stunning building. Let's get the time of day on the thing right. Look at that, lads. Jesus, isn't that lovely? Like the absolute rustic look. The absolute state of that look. Isn't it gorgeous? That's a plane with propellers. Yeah, yeah. Meet the Fokker. Yeah, it looks like an F-27 or an F-28. But look at isn't it a beautiful building? It's so cool looking. That's the original terminal back in the day. Isn't that weird? Right? That's what they used to say. No, they didn't. And then we've information over here. Again, high resolution signage. I mean, you can look at the stuff and say, Jesus, look at this. I mean, look at the detail. Look how high quality it is. Mad, right? Not an F-28, an F-27. What did you call me? F-28 is a jet. A Fokker F-28. Listen, lads, don't listen to me. What do I know, right? Moving on. Let's go over to the far side and there's more airplanes. Can anyone name that? Isn't it cool the way you can go around going, oh, look, that's what you do when you're at the real place. Jesus, look at this thing. Look at that yoke. We're doing the very same, look. Brilliant. Right, let's ramble. There's loads going on here. Loads and loads and loads. There's a bin, or as our American friends like to call them, a trash can. You wouldn't know what you'd see at an airport. Now, moving in. Look at that. Look at the state of that. That has to be a DC-6, right? It's hardly a DC-4. DC-6? Do you reckon DC-6? If Two Cats is modelled in this, it's an immediate buy. Brilliant. It's a DC-4, is it? Right, okay. Information over here, look. Right, it says, don't sit on the planes. Don't walk out onto the runway. Forbidden pushing people. Forbidden right? And then heights, minimum heights. Oh, there's a simulator. That's what it is. That makes more sense now. Yeah. No, it's nothing to do with Crocs allowed. And then, of course, no doubt, a very popular star of the show is this. A KLM 747. Look at the friggin' size of it, lads. And there is a jetway on the hangar, and because I saw the lads tour this. Now, there's a lot to see here, so we'll keep going. Queen of the Skies, right? And then we have this little viewing area. Isn't this gorgeous? Look at the detail even on the gateway leading you into where this area is with the wheels on the gate. Right? Schmucking a pancake? Brilliant! Right? So, we need to go here. And Gibbo, I say Gibbo and Muse, will we just go here some weekend? Like, we don't need FS weekend to be there. We'll just ramble over ourselves. Do you know what I mean? There'll be less people wambling around, and sure, do you know? This is, look a rope design on the friggin' pathway leading in, like. Detailing here is insane. Insane. Right, so let's ramble down a bit, shall we? And we'll go over on kind of the land side of the building, right? Just to see what we can see. And again, look at the texturing and the modelling. It's done really, really well. Gates and all are here, look. So now we go to this side of the... Now, can anyone name that airplane? I'll give you a hint. It's on its tail, right? If you turn the time after 1700, the gate closes. Ah, you're joking. Are you serious? That's pretty cool. That is pretty cool. Give us just back for Holland, but sure, I'll go again. Brilliant. Look at, in that class, look. The wheels move on the thing, look. It's ridiculous. Don't forget, lads, we're doing a giveaway for this. It's for the PC only, but for your chance to win, ! Ticket into the chat. Go on, give yourself a chance of winning a cool thing. Right. Oh, I pressed the button too soon. Right, so the gates are closed. It's only us now. It's only us now. Go back to where you were. Yeah, there's a Fokker 50 there. And again, look at the detailing of the signage. Look at that, lads. Isn't it class looking? Now, ramble in here, look. Jesus. What in the name is that? X-Core Space Expeditions. Experimental, they said. Look. On Mondays, it stays closed as the museum is closed. Gotcha. So look at this, right? Here's the old agenda, or the legend of the place. That's pretty cool looking. And if you notice here, right, leading into the museum, the pathway is a taxiway. How cool is that? That's brilliant, isn't it? Now, we're going to get lost here because there's lots to see. Here's a car park, right? And I'm devastated, but Gibbo won't be. Ronald, is it possible, can you model in an L Skoda just to enhance the aesthetic quality of the scenery? If you include a model of a Skoda, it will increase your sales by 96 to 97.5%. I have it on good authority. But yeah, look, Gibbo's going to be happy, look. Ah, Jesus, look! Gibbo, they have the thing, look! Brilliant. And that's none of us drive one of them. Right, let's move on this way, look. Look at the trees and everything. It's, lads, this is class. It's a touch class. The hedging. All the vegetation, look. Isn't it done really, really well? The place is just screaming of detail. Hello. Right? It's just screaming of detail. So let's ramble down this way. Look at the light bouncing off the tower there. Look at the little license plates. Ah, you're joking. Are you for real? VF289 Echo. 24 Text 3. What do the codes mean? 08 Ren 1. TMS 13. 202 EY. TMS 13. What are the codes for? This is interesting. The Skoda is hooked behind the breakdown vehicle. Rambo, good to see you. Yeah, extraordinary detail, isn't it? How do I enter the giveaway? ! Ticket. ! Ticket. Right, we'll ramble down this way, right? Now, let's see. Look at that detail. With the bus stop looking for Seamus. Yeah. More car parks. There's individual reg plates. 737, look. That's mad. Even the steps, look. Yeah, but there's a Tesla taxi. Brilliant. That's awesome looking. Look at that. Look at the shine off it. So Lelystad Airport. Right, let's we can do these things. We can fly. Let's fly. Up to the control tower. The control tower has been modelled. Excellent, excellent work. Yeah, that's nice, isn't it? Oh, cool. This is really well done, lads, isn't it? We've all information from the tower. That's the texture squares I'm telling you about. Trust me, it's not the scenery. It's DirectX 12. Look, if I go up here high enough, it'll disappear. Look, see? So it's not the scenery, so don't let that alarm you. Now, we're staying on land side at the moment, but then we'll go around to the air side. Check this out. So more cars are there. Now little Cessna. It's on display. I noticed that too. Epic detail. What do you find? What do you find? A next project hidden. Oh, really? Nice. Look at the flags. Look at the, like, lads, it's really good, isn't it? What else do we have here now? There's a hotel. That's a hotel, isn't it? It is. The AAS Hotel. It's a huge facility, look. Let's go down here. Jesus, the place is massive. So here's Specto Aerospace. There's no Skodas here. Will you throw in an L Skoda, will you? Go on. Lots of love went into the scenery. This is more than a scenery, though. This is more than a scenery. This is, you know, a virtual representation, an accurate virtual representation that allows us to go off and explore the airport. You explore this place. This isn't just a scenery you load in and you go flying from. You can explore the place. You'll find things. You'll see things. And like when you see the detail on the buildings, PBR, what's the other yoke they used? Parallax, all that stuff is there. And like you couple that with the attention to detail of all your perimeter fencing, the sheer amount of static objects here, the sheer amount of them, it's frightening. Cars are correctly parked. Resolution of signage on buildings are like out of this friggin' world, lads. It's out of this world, like, right? Let's see here now. The Skoda update will be a paid update, right? There's a Saab. Jeez, it's huge, isn't it? What's down here, look? Looks to be like a simulator or a bit of a plane. So Aviocom, what do they do? And again, you have all the signage here, look. Speed zones. What's going on over here? AIS Jet Center. Flags are doing their things. Isn't it some detail, isn't it? We'll ramble down there now. There's even more, look. Heli Holland. Brandweer would be Brandveer. I don't know. Right, so there's a lot going on there. Let's go on the air side now. And look at that, all the hangars. That's so cool. So like the various FBOs and that. I mean, effectively, that's what they are, aren't they? Right, let's ramble down here, see what we can see. I still have no idea how you moved around a Microsoft Flight Sim, like walk through terminals to plane. I'm telling you, is it possible to enter buildings if there's some extra details like tower? Yes, check it out, check it out. Okay, look at the signage everywhere, look. So here's some general aviation aircraft. What's in this way? Got some hangars and stuff. Flight school. That's a flight school. Diamond flyers. Right, isn't it cool? Cessna, yes, yes, yes. Right, move along, move along. Wings over Holland. So this is where I spawned in earlier on, and it's actually it's part of the vintage aircraft stuff. Look at this. Early birds. Jesus, look at the detailing on that P-51 look. Holy crap. Look at that. Some choppers. What are them gadgets called? They're a trolley essentially, but like, yeah, don't they land on those? Don't forget the new. Oh yeah, don't worry about that at all. We won't be forgetting that at all. Even the taxiway down here, Jesus, it's a huge airport, isn't it? Two Cats, where do you work? Hang on, I'll rephrase that. Two Cats, where do you hang out? KLM Aero Club. A KLM Piper Arrow look. Nice. That looks like an old Falcon or something, is it? You're at E1. Jesus. Is this looking all terribly familiar to you, Two Cats? I imagine it is, right? Now, I wonder, like, the developer, Ronald, have you visited this airport? Like, have you spent time here? Because I imagine you've spent a lot of time here for this level of detail. Look at that, lads. Look how sharp everything is. Like, it's done so well. It's huge and hardly sees any taxi or any, yeah. Echo 3. Echo 2. We're in Two Cats' neck of the woods now, look. Ah, brilliant. There's the restaurant. You grew up here? Oh, nice. That's awesome. Murph, are we doing CTP out of Dublin? Ah, sure, listen. Stranger things have been known to happen. Be some crack if we did that. Jesus, look at the detail here. Look at the fueling station. Ah, that's ridiculous. Look at the texture in there, look. Avgas. You can actually read the thing. That's insane. Jesus, the price of it? $290. Jesus. That's incredible, isn't it? You can smell the hoses, right? That's really, really good. That's insanely good. Now, there's also, there's the tower, we showed you that. But remember we said the airport, it's not yet open for commercial activity, right? So the commercial activity. So there's where the tower is. Main terminals, I suppose. So they did build this terminal to get in all these passengers for the commercial activity, right? Man, look at the King Airs there. That's gorgeous. Dynamic aviation. Cessna have a place on the place. A place on the place. Check this out. Over the far side, out where Wandering Paddy is, there's an entire terminal built. But it's not in use, look. No entry. This entire part was built, and they were waiting for the government to turn around and say, yeah, no bother, belt away. Look at this. It's spotlessly clean. You know, all the parking slots are there. All the lighting is there. He's going to be waiting a while. And then you have the detail out the far side. All your car parks completely empty. Look, nothingness. There's a nothingness here. And this reflects the current state as it is today. Because the commercial side of the house, well, it hasn't been opened. And if we go inside the terminal, they've modelled the interior, and this thing is, without a shadow of a doubt, a ghost town. It's a ghost town. Nothing is happening. Look. Everything's in there. But it's just not open. Again, we have all the signs are there, look. The lounge and restaurants, but there are no lounges or restaurants. It's just a big open space. Isn't that mad? There's a fully functioning, you know, terminal area. Everything's ready to go. And it's not yet open to the public because they're waiting on, you know, check the jacks, right? Is the terminal used for emergency housing, is it? Kind of eerie, yeah. But the detailing is really done well, isn't it? Look at that. Like the whole thing is laid out ready to go. Never been used. Hey, Burstick's good to see you. P-47 is good, man. The sounds in the cruise, a little bit on the scratch the head moment. They could do with a bit of a something, couldn't they? That's just absolutely mad. The entire thing is built, not in use. So you might be saying to yourself, well, hang on a second. So if you have this airport, bearing in mind, this is the largest GA airport in Holland, and you're only a stone's throw away from Schiphol. Right? There goes the truck. You're only a stone's throw away from there. Let's check out nighttime stuff. But like, can you guys think of any sort of flights you could do to this airport in its current state? Would it be like something, I don't know, like a top secret flight or an emergency flight perhaps? Maybe you had to do an emergency divert just to get out of Dodge. Jeez, the lighting is it's subtle lighting, but it's beautiful. Look at the taxiway markings, look. The signage is excellent. Taxiway signage, look at that. Look at the detail on the lights. One hell of a playground, yes. Let's ramble over here. There's not much to see because, well, it's nighttime. In terms of the runway lighting, what do you think, lads? It's nice and clear, isn't it? Done very, very well. There's plenty of biz jets landing here. Yeah, well, anything kind of in, you know, the general aviation sort of category, they're fairly okay. You know what I mean? A future update will provide an option for the user to choose between the real world version now and a future version when the whole thing is opened up. I like that. The spill lights here are nice. They're pretty. Look at the wind farm. Look at all the holy crap. Look at all the wind turbines. What an interesting place to go flying. Look at the lighting here at the old terminal, look. Ah, that's done so well, lads, isn't it? I'm liking that. And what else I want to show you? Oh yeah, look. So at the museum, remember I said they have a taxiway as the pathway leading in. But the lighting on the pathway is even done as a taxiway with the blue lights. How cool is that? Isn't it brilliant? It's done very, very well. It really, really is. So, I don't know, lads. I think it's an absolute cracker. So, you know, Lelystad Airport from Papa Hotel, Dutch scenery design. It is available right now for the sim. Your last chance to enter a giveaway. So do be sure to hit ! ticket. What do you think, lads? What do you think of the state of this place? It's done very, very well. Very, very well. It's huge. The facility is huge, isn't it? And like, it's fair to say, Ronald, this is your first scenery, correct? This is your very first scenery? Would that be fair to say? Oh, deadly. There's a go-kart track right down at the entrance to the runway. You're joking. Brilliant. Brilliant. I think it's awesome. I think it's very, very good. Great performance here as well, considering the sheer size of the thing. It's huge. Current Demissionary Minister of Infrastructure and Water Management has set 2 conditions for making a decision about the future of this airport. It is your first solo scenery. That's incredible, isn't it? Well done, sir. That is just excellent. It really is. Like, I love the fact that you can go exploring. And as I said, it's very kind of, it's very similar to Jeppesen 2001 standard. Jeppesen, like, drags you in and you can do nothing but just go around looking at stuff in his sceneries. This is very, very, it's the same. You want to go exploring. You know what I mean? And the fact that it's general aviation as well, I mean, for us, that's huge. So well done. Absolutely brilliant. Excellent, excellent stuff. How long did it take to make this? I've worked on some other projects for I Blue Yonder. Okay, nice. Don't let Harrison Ford land there, right? He'll get into the museum, yeah. It's brilliant. So we are doing a giveaway, don't forget. And, well, great stuff. And, well, looking forward to more from Papa Hotel Dutch Scenery Design. Absolutely incredible. Before we leave it there, anyone who's interested, well, there's actually a special event. So IVAO, now we're very familiar with VATSIM, but IVAO in the Netherlands, well, they're proud to announce an event in collaboration with Papa Hotel Scenery Design. On April 5th, they released their first scenery. And to celebrate the release, there's going to be a fly-in to the airport. And they'll be giving away 3 copies to 3 lucky winners. The event itself is going to be on the 23rd of April between 1800 and 2000 UTC. And there's going to be a fly-in on the IVAO ATC network, right? So if anyone wants to give it a shot on IVAO, if you know VATSIM, they're all similar, right? Some of the main features or the reasons why you want to fly, why you want to participate: high quality and accurate rendition of the airport. You've seen it now. Custom 3D animated objects, taxiways, they're all there as well. And the scenery will help you make realistic flights to and from the airport because all the stands are included. So that's an event coming up. I'll post this over in our Discord, but it will be on the 23rd of April between 6 and 8 UTC or Zulu, and pretty cool. Would you come down here and do Maastricht Airport? Yeah, Maastricht is needed badly. A proper one in the sim, I agree. So, right, lads, moving on, and we're going to showcase our last two things for this evening as the giveaway continues for this project. We'll close it here now in a few minutes. We've two more add-ons to show. This one now is of UK 2000's rendition of Aberdeen, and we're going to be showing off the update of the F5E Tiger from SC Designs, right? So UK 2000, well, their release of Aberdeen Airport, located, of course, up in Scotland. And it features fully detailed buildings, realistic ground markings, high-resolution ground imagery, night effects, high details for the airport vehicles, full set of signage, fencing, vegetation, and we have some static elements to show off here as well. The scenery is available to buy on Sim Market, €15.99. And, well, let's check out the scenery now. So I'll load in the old F5 for the crack because, I mean, you see plenty of these in Scotland. The Scots love flying the F5. There we go. SC Designs F5 Tiger. And let's pick something pretty. And I want to ramble up here to Aberdeen. Go. And where will we start? Now, Echo Golf Papa Delta. I hope I didn't do something terribly stupid. Content Manager. Echo Golf Papa... What was it? Echo Golf Papa Delta. Ah, yeah, that's Murphy. Oh, it's not installed. Brilliant. So we checked out Aurora's Aberdeen a while ago. So this is from UK 2000. So where's the... Jesus, will be... Yeah. Right. Appear at the airplane on a helipad. We'll go down here for the crack. And let's see what we can see, right? Today was the airside part. Yeah. Oh, you visited Maastricht today? Nice. 3 years part-time? Brilliant. Will we be flying to here in the future? Aiming 100%. We'll have to do a fly-in, yeah. 3 years? That's pretty cool, right? That's a lot of time. And you can see, like, you know, Ronald, it's more than just the scenery. Like, you can see the passion coming through in it. Do you know what I mean? When you see developers put that level of, you know, effort into it, it's incredible, right? Incredible. So welcome to Scotland. I've not looked at the scenery yet, lads, so you'll have to bear with me. Typical beautiful Scottish weather. Yes. Lashing rain. I better change that just, you know, because I want to see what's happening. So let's see here now. Where do I go? I'll go with Sublime. Yes. Sublime. There you go. We'll do one of them. And let's go exploring. So the F5, we'll have a look at the F5 here in a moment. Here's another airport though, and this one from UK 2000, and it features Aberdeen. And as I said, we already have an option for Aberdeen. Well, now we have two options. Now UK 2000, they have established themselves as a fairly good developer when it comes to scenery and scenery design. So, well, let's go in and have an old gawk to see what we can see, right? So again, this is what I always do. When I look at scenery, I say, right, perimeter fencing, we're off to a good start, right? And again, we'll look at the model work. So the roads you can see are a little bit on the, but the model work in here is quite good, right? DHL trucks and all the jazz, that's looking pretty nice. As Murph intensively scans the cars, right? Okay, it's not too bad. Not too bad. Wait now, is that my plane? No. Interesting. We got a little plane, and that's the fire training area. That's pretty cool, isn't it? And they have delivery on the fire truck as well. Nice. Again, you're looking at a fairly big facility. All the broken planes, look, for all the fire training. Jesus. So look at the terrain. Look at the difference of terrain. Like, Holland is as flat as you can get. Look how hilly and bumpy it is here, look. That's pretty cool, isn't it? Now, there's a limitation, I imagine, what developers can do, but, like, that's kind of, you know what I mean? Like, I'm pretty sure there's a way to fix that. Just angle the devil. But maybe it's fine and it's not using, it could be, do you know what it could be, lads, actually? It could be the Orbex mesh, right? Could be the Orbex mesh. It's very tidy coming in, look. I'm liking that. It's a huge friggin' facility, this one. So let me see. They've added in all these buildings here, factories and warehouses and stuff. Yes, yes, pretty nice. There's plenty of trucks there. Again, there's nice Pentagon freight. That's great advertising for Pentagon. Again, look, the texture work from UK 2000 is always good, isn't it? It's always good. There's McBurney Transport. The lads. Yeah, Jesus. Right, now, where do we want to go to? This is inside the airport now. So the runways are done well. Perimeter fencing, you gotta love it. More buildings. General aviation, I can see a King Air parked up. Gamma Aviation, there's an FBO. I like that, look. Scotland Ambulance Service, nice. Right, we'll ramble around. We got some business jets. Nice, nice, yes, yes. I don't want to say it's hollow, but it's kind of hollow, but what I'm getting at here is they're going for accuracy in terms of what the airport looks like. In terms of like other features, maybe, I don't know. I think, you know, the CHC are there. I think this is down to just getting the accuracy. I'm like, what you're getting here, again, you're going to get the accurate taxiways. The, you know, all the numbering is going to be correct. Fire and rescue service has done well. Nice. It just looks very accurate. Jesus, look at the signature building. It's freaking tiny. Teeny tiny. Okay. Now let's ramble down here. I'm only on the outskirts now, so like, don't be worrying. Don't be worrying. Colonel Fork is here. Good to see you, man. Cutlass Ahoy, welcome in. So all the cars, there's no Skodas, is there? Look. Skodas there. There has to be a Skoda. Surely there's a Skoda. Or if you're supposed to be checking out the scenery, shh. There's Volkswagens though, that's always a good sign. Right, okay. Oh, Jesus, look at that. That's a massive warehouse, look. Or shopping centre or hotel or something. Kind of mad looking. Right, up to the main airport, because we've just checked out kind of everything around the facility. Let's go up to the airport proper. The terminal, right? So we'll ramble in here a bit. We got the hotels in there, look. Nice, okay. Oh, this is pretty. Go away, car. Okay, so Aberdeen International Airport. Yeah, this is pretty. Look, they've done nice work here. UK 2000 scenery. So they've just people standing around. There's a fellow walking. In terms of an interior, no, they're using parallax glass, so it looks like it's 3D, but it isn't. Broomfield House. More cars and stuff and clutter and buses and everything else. We'll go for the air side then. So it looks like they have a bit of an interior in here. They do. Well, kind of. That doesn't seem right. But I think it's designed to be from out here, look. Yeah, so the interior is there, but it's not really designed to be, you know, don't go in exploring it. You know what I mean? But I think it looks okay. There's a fair bit of, there's a lot of kind of ground textures in that, isn't there? Alison Johnson is back. Hey, Ali, welcome in. How'd the flight go? So we're checking out Aberdeen by UK 2000. It's actually a really nice airport because I didn't think it was that hilly around the place. Do you know? It's nice though. I want to go down here to the tower. Let's have an Il Gawk. NATS. National Air Transport Service, isn't it? Okay, so they've modelled the, they've done the interior. Error. Okay. Right, let's check out the night lighting. So it's an accurate rendition of an airport. I mean, that's what they've gone for here, right? Don't think I like the L parallax windows in this, though. I mean, that's kind of weird looking, lads, isn't it? That's just weird looking. From a distance, it's probably it's fairly okay. But like, Jesus, they went overload here in the parallax stuff. Look. Right. What's the lighting like? It's okay. Nice spill lighting. Nothing kind of to write home about. I mean, it's just okay. There's a bit of an interior. Models don't seem kind of, you know. What do you think? Certainly at the main area here, it's kind of nice, and the parallax stuff, it looks fine here. But I think from the tower, if you're close by the tower, just doesn't seem right. Hey, Johnny Aardvark, good to see you. So there's a decent bit of lighting here. Like, this isn't bad. It's not bad. Caleb, good to see you. Like, it's only all right though, isn't it? Oh, CHC are here and Bristol. Nice. Yeah, this is pretty cool. Look. Aberdeen is a huge hub for all these choppers. So they fly them out to all the oil rigs and the gas rigs and that, don't they? Okay, I like that. So they have the helicopters in there. I don't like these orb lights. Like, what's the deal there? Like, that doesn't seem right. Sure, it doesn't. The humans look like they were weeping angel, right? Taxiway lights, yeah, they're fairly powerful, but they work. All the whole short lights. It's not bad. Those orbs are kind of annoying though, because like, there's nothing under them. They're just there. It looks odd, like. Into the hangar. Eastern Airways. So it's accurate in terms of the building layout, the decals on the buildings, certainly the taxiways, certainly the terrain of the airport. I'm not a fan of the parallax in the tower. That just looks weird. But yeah. Models remind me of department store mannequins, yeah. Yeah, the orb lights are messed up. It's only all right. It's not bad. I think Aurora did a better job, to be honest. So this one was priced at €15.99 over on Sim Market. After the last airport, this is disappointing. Yeah, it's only all right. It's not. It's. And listen, it's very. It's great on performance, right? And it is an interesting place to fly into, and you do have a whole lot of stuff going on way off in the distance look. So from that regard, it ain't bad. But in terms of like features of an airport, this is an airport that, you know, unless you really wanted to have Aberdeen and you're flying in and out of there, there's nothing drawing other people to this scenery. Not really. Okay, maybe the helicopters, Bristow are there. You know, you're going to fly with them out to the oil rigs, but, you know, apart from that, not really. But anyway, what do you do? Welcome back to the F5 Tiger. This is our next little gawk we're going to have a look at now. And as I said, there's been a number of updates. A couple of fixes have been put into it. The flight model has been done. A couple of textures have been done. And this is... Slow down your camera, Murph. I will say that's very detailed there. Look at the reflections. Look at the PBR, look. That's pretty. So we're going to have another quick blast at this thing. Because I do... When I flew this the last time, it was a little bit tricky with the flight model. You know what I mean? So we're going to hop in to see what sort of trouble we can get ourselves into. Does anyone know how to fly this? Right, now, Bajani then. Right. Don't panic. I know exactly what to do. Let me see. Electrical battery. You need a battery? Yes. Generators. Let's be having you. Oxygen. Normal. Normal. Yes. Oxygen flow is moving. Now, what's over on this side of the house? Transponder, lights, flight instructor, exterior lights, yes. Formation lights, why not? Instruments, console, bring it up. Beacon light can come on. Right. Okay, seat adjustments, leave that alone here for the moment. What do we have over here? We'll go normal. Left hand side. Let's have a look. Radar, range, standby. Let's go operate. Rudder trim, yaw dampeners. Leave them off for the moment. What do we have here? Over here, nose strut, leave it alone. Ignition switches, yes. Now we're getting somewhere. Ordnance, grand. Put this guy over to, we'll go nav. Down here. Don't need to worry about that. Anti-ice systems, that's okay. The pylons, again, that's more stuff we can turn on and off. Let me see. Taxi lights. Do you know, oh, there's your flap switch. Is there no APU on this, no? Let's see. So, fuel shut off. So we're going to open them. Then we have ignition and then we have start. So we'll go right ignition. Will it start on this? Yeah, it will. DC Design said they didn't use the regular guide for the flight model and ended up having to redo it. Compared the available F5s in the video. Yeah, I must have to do that. Right, so if that's starting up, we need to engage this guy. Idle. RPM is rising. Oh, good sounds. Start up the other side. Sounds are good, aren't they? Decent sounds, I have to say. So the static elements disappear once the engines are up and running. Well, that's okay. Now, what else do we need to do? Turn things on. It's already on. That looks okay. That looks okay. Lights can come on. Ignition we can probably turn off. Gens are working. Parking brake is on, that's okay. Okay, we have our hood. Okay, parking brake off. Our drag chute is there, nice. Jeez, there is good sounds on this. I'm trying to get out of here, I have to go this way. Can't do it with the mirrors, unfortunately. It's a nice jet, this, isn't it? It looks cool. Right, Aberdeen, we're going to wake up the neighbours. I think the sundowners of the US Navy still use them. Really? I know Dean has mentioned in his Discord that there's going to be a lot of updates to existing stuff this year. Nice. But he was off, I think. He was off on holidays, wasn't he? Let's go this way. You know you have to. We'll appear them now in a few moments. The textures in here are quite good. I can really see the update to the textures. It's all going to be about the flight model now, because this thing was a little beast. Let's rumble over this way. Looks scary as hell, especially if you put some rockets under the wings. We can do that, I think. Oh, yes. And let's taxi out here. Yeah, the mirrors don't work in the sim in general. Yeah, no, but sometimes you can move them or stuff, you know? Hey, Rolly Mal is here. Good to see you, man. Welcome in, Rolly Mal. Okie dokie. Guess let's turn around. Alrighty then. So, flap set. Well, they do have an auto setting. Let's leave them in auto. Okay, let's do the thing. Power coming in. Military power engaged. We have burners on this. Oh, yes, we do. Right. We're moving. Let's see how well it flies. 100, 115. Use that nose. Hold it. Oopsie daisy. Gear up. It's a rocket ship, this thing. Okay, pitch authority is a little bit, you know. The roll feels nice. Just pitch seems a little bit off. It's very bouncy look. Okay, bit of altitude. Okay, the roll feels very, very nice. The pitch is off. Now when I say it's off, it doesn't feel natural. And I'm only putting in very small movements. If I give it full movement, doesn't feel right. Now I wonder, is that a setting to do with flaps maybe? Fixed. I don't know, it's like it's trying to hunt. It doesn't like doing a loop anyway. Sounds are pretty cool, aren't they? Oh yeah, you can 100% if like this is the sort of airplane you'd want to adjust your sensitivity settings. Like I rarely have to go into I rarely have to change those settings, right? Like the roll feels nice, responsive, snappy, but it feels controlled, right? Check the weight and balance. Fuselage forward. Right, that could be part of the issue there. Alright, let's give it a go again. Now. You know what I mean? It should not be doing that. Now, if you're very gentle with it, it's not bad. But like, that's just very small movements. I've no camera even to show you what. Well, maybe this one will work. Hang on. Where's me GoPro camera? Jesus, we're very high than this. Right, so look up. Here's my joystick over here, right? And look at the screen if you can see it. I'm putting in very, very light movements. Yeah? Like very, very light movements. And look at the thing move. And then if you give it a bit more. Do you know what I mean? Now, if you compare that to the roll, get ourselves straightened up here. If you look at the roll sensitivity, it's far more fluid. So there's a small issue with the pitch. Now again, I can, for sure, I mean, I can dial in that. I can definitely dial that into the sensitivity settings. No worries at all. But I just think it needs a something, do you know what I mean? Wingman 3, yes. Where are these lads showing up? There we go. There we go. Jesus, it's a beautiful looking jet though, isn't it? Small bit of trim needed, or a small bit of pitch authority needed. Apart from that, this is gorgeous. Look at the state of this, lads. Oh, yes. Right? That thing is too much fun. You can have loads of crack. But yes. That's pretty cool though, isn't it? Brilliant fun can be had. So yeah, so the devil in the thing, look. The F-5E, it's after getting a noticeable update, which is available now through Just Flight. Just that, I don't know, I'll read up on the forums or I'll read up on DC Designs Discord. That it feels a little bit off just on the pitch sensitivity, lads, right? Because if I start doing this, it gets Jesus, the thing with the yoke, Jesus, right? So, but it does look incredible, and of course the air show assistant is just, that's the bee's knees, isn't it? It's the bee's knees. Right, lads, you know what we need to do now? We need to announce our winner of the, wait for it, Murph, to pronounce it correctly, Lelystad Airport, with thanks to Papa Hotel Dutch Scenery Design. And let me see, we've had a good few entries, so we're going to close the entries. And the winner, ladies and gentlemen. Are you ready? The winner of the giveaway for Lelystad Airport goes to Nutty Slack. Congratulations, Nutty Slack. All you need to do, drop me a message if you can over on our Discord channel. !Discord will bring you in there, and I'll get you sorted on how to claim your prize. Right? Congratulations, Nutty Slack. You've won yourself a copy of the awesome Lelystad Airport. It's absolutely incredible. And my sincere thanks to Ronald from Papa Hotel Dutch Scenery Design for, well, giving me the chance to showcase the scenery off tonight. It is magnificent. It's really, really nice. And of course, we were checking out this. It's gorgeous, this thing, though, isn't it? In that livery, I think the livery makes it for me. You know what I mean? What do you think, lads? Stunning. Like, absolutely stunning. So thanks to Just Flight for, well, showing the update. And we also checked out UK 2000's Aberdeen, and we checked out the Aeroplane Heaven P47D. Looks like an airshow livery. Yeah, it's beautiful. I'd say it is. It's a Swiss team. Yeah, it really is. So, right, lads, that's the story. Thank you all so very, very much indeed for tuning in. We're back to you this coming Friday night. We're starting the Flight of the Bremen. A 4-part special that's going to take us from Baldonnel in Ireland all the way over to Greenly Island in Canada, And we're going to be having a look at different aircraft each week. This week, we're starting off with the Phoenix A320, and it's a flight from Baldonnel over to Keflavik over in Iceland. Keflavik. That's our first. Look at the state of that. Look, that's our first job. I'm taking screenshots here because it just looks so friggin' nice, look. Doesn't it? Hang on. Can I do something fancy here now? Like, and that. But you can look. Yes. And then do something like, yes. Look at the state. Screenshot the bejesus out of it. Can I get smoke on? Hang on a second. Smoke. On. From the tail. Why won't you do the smoke? Smoke on! I'm not doing the smoke! Activate smoke. Right, smoke on. Hey, not really. Don't worry about it. It's totally fine. Totally fine. So, yeah, do be sure to tune in this coming Friday. It'll be a fun flight for sure. A lot of miles to cover. And for the sheer crack, we're going to be on live weather just to see what sort of trouble we can get into, of course, you know. So, yeah, all coming as the week progresses. Enjoy the rest of your week. We're going to catch you up at the halfway. No, we haven't. We're going to catch you up on Friday as we enter the weekend. And I just want to say a massive thanks for everyone for tuning in. And we'll see you very, very soon. Until the next time, well, you take care. Oh, we've got a gun sight. This is a beta, so I'm not too worried. It looks great, though, doesn't it? Listen to this. Dublin. Pascal Sheehy, RTE. Is Pascal Sheehy still doing the news? Oh, there's Gibbo, look! He almost turned it over. Gibbo, you nearly rolled it.
Yeah, baby.
Did you just say that? He nearly rolled the trailer coming in. Hilarious. Do you know? Tá chean mar a chum. Right? you know. Ah, don't hit me with a frying pan! Oh, jeez! This is hairs!